bubble up.
It's Mojo in the mornings, 5 at 6:55.
5 at 6:55, yo. 5 at 6:55, go now.
All right, it is time now for the 5 at 6:55. We have Kendrick SZA tickets, by the way, that we are going to be giving away all this week. Keep listening. The concert is next week.
Yep.
It is next week on, am I right on this? Is it on Monday or Tuesday? Is it the 10th, I think it is?
Yeah.
What day of the week is that?
Tuesday.
Tuesday the 10th. So keep listening to win your tickets. Josh is with us again for another week. He's going for 11 in a row. Josh, did you catch up on things over the weekend?
Yeah, a little bit, a little busy.
All right.
You
Well,
know.
sometimes the weekend can fool you. You know, you think, you know what? I'll figure this thing out. And then Monday comes along so fast and you don't know any of the answers to the questions in the 5 at 6:55. This is where we can catch him off guard. Is it Shiana? Is that your name, Shiana?
Shiana.
Shiana. How are you, Shiana?
I'm doing all right.
This is one of those ones. Let's
My
see.
daughter is with me.
Oh, really? What's her name?
Her name is Isabella. She loves you, Mojo.
Oh, well, I love her too.
We love you too.
Hi, how are you, Isabella? You guys are from... Hi, cutie pie. How are you? You guys live near Lansing in a town called Diamonddale.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. All right, don't help mom. You can't do that. That'd be illegal. Although, Josh, do you have Jackson with you, your son?
Not today.
All right. We'll
Hopefully tomorrow, though.
okay. I'm going to lock you guys up in a soundproof area. Josh, actually lock you up and the other guys. We're going to ask the questions. Here we go, guys. 5 questions. Whoever gets the most right wins. Ty always goes to the champion. Question number 1, Shiana. Lady Gaga has signed on to guest star in season 2 of Netflix's Wednesday. What classic TV show is Wednesday based off of?
Adam's Family.
Question number 2. This rapper, real name Curtis Jackson III, says that he's heading to the Oval Office to talk to President Trump about plans to possibly pardon Diddy should he be convicted of charges that he's facing. Who is he better known as?
You said Curtis Jackson?
Curtis Jackson.
50 Cent.
Question number 3. Among the guests at Robin Thicke's wedding over the weekend was former Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford and his podcaster wife. What's her name?
So can you repeat the question?
Among the guests at Robin Thicke's wedding over the weekend was former Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford and his podcaster wife. What's her name?
3 seconds. 3, 2.
Oh, I don't know.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, pass. Question number 4. The Indiana Pacers defeated the New York Knicks, which means the Pacers have advanced to the NBA Finals. First game is Thursday night. What team will they be facing?
3 seconds.
Oh, I pass.
And question number 5. Nick Lachey opened up about the reality show that he did with his first wife, Jessica Simpson, on MTV in the early 2000s. What was that called?
Nick and Jessica, Married Life, I think.
Let's bring the champ back from a soundproof area. She was good in the first couple. And then...
Only ended up with 2.
Started off hot.
2 out of 5.
Cooled off.
No. I can't do that. She's got her daughter listening.
So, baby got to
Are the
learn.
pretty ones always so dumb?
No, I gave her at least a good one. All right, you got to beat just 2, Josh. Question number 1. Lady Gaga has signed on to guest star on season 2 of Netflix's Wednesday. What classic TV show is Wednesday based off of?
Da-da-da-da. The Addams Family.
There you go.
1-1.
I like it. I like when this guy shows a little personality because otherwise he's very, very drab. You know what I mean? Thank you. Question number 2. This rapper, real name Curtis Jackson III, says that he's heading to the Oval Office to talk to President Trump about his plans to possibly pardon Diddy should he be convicted of the charges that he's facing. Who is he better known as?
50 Cent.
Yes.
2-2.
I was expecting more.
And by the way, it's that Trump actually, to clarify that, because 50 does not want Diddy
Correct.
pardoned. It's that Trump said that he would think about pardoning him. 50 says, no way. So he's actually on the side of Trump keep Diddy in jail if he should be convicted? Question number 3. Among the guests at Robin Thicke's wedding over the weekend was former Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford and his podcaster wife. What's her name?
Kelly Stafford.
Kelly Stafford.
3-2.
Exactly. Question number 4.
Turn it off.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, nothing.
Oh. Question number 4. The Indiana Pacers defeated the New York Knicks, which means the Pacers will advance to the NBA Finals for the first time, the first game will be Thursday night. What team will they be taking on?
The Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes.
Right, 4-2.
Have the Pacers ever been to the finals before?
25 years ago, they lost against the Lakers in 6 games.
They were. Okay. And question number 5, Nick Lachey opened up about the reality show that he did with his first wife, Jessica Simpson, on MTV in the early 2000s. What was that show called?
3 seconds.
I don't know that one. Pass.
Are you serious? Wow. Remember Newlyweds? Newlyweds was the show.
4-2 final score.
Yes, sir.
Nice job. Another win. He won 11. He's coming back for 12.
Good job.
If he completes the whole week, he will have completed the feat of 15, and then we'll take on Shannon. We've got some parting gifts. Let me see what we got here for a parting gift for you guys. Are you listening to us on the iHeartRadio app in Diamonddale?
Yes.
Thank you for having us on. You got a $50 gift card to Panda Express.
Nice.
Congratulations. Yes, congratulations to you. So enjoy a little Panda on the Mojo in the Morning Show. And we love you, sweetie. You guys have a great day. When's school out, by the way? When are we done with school?
Her last day is Thursday.
Oh, my gosh. That's great. I love it.
Coming up.
Yeah. It's that time. It's a time when the kids are going to be sleeping in and keeping you sleeping in. So you guys enjoy these last couple of days. We have another 5 at 6:55 tomorrow, and if you would like to play, text I want to play to 95500, and we're looking for a contestant for tomorrow morning.
It's Mojo in the mornings, 5 at 6:55.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
All right. It is Mojo in the Morning. Our summer of cars, cash, and gas continues again this hour. Your chance to win free gas, $50 in free gas, and qualify to win a brand new 2025 Chevy Trax. It is a loaded Chevy Trax or $20,000 cash from Gordon Chevrolet. That's happening in, just a few. It's Mojo in the Morning, and I have to tell you that this weekend was one of those weekends where I'm exhausted on a Monday. I'm tired.
I'm
I don't know
with
what
ya.
it is. I feel like the weekend was plentiful. It was almost like too much stuff.
Plentiful.
Yeah, there was too much
Great
going
word.
on. I didn't get any chance to rest and relax.
Yeah.
Although I did binge watch the Tylenol murders on
What is that
Netflix.
about?
It's about back in the day there was a bunch of people that died taking Tylenol, and some believe that it was the company Tylenol, Johnson & Johnson, with a kind of a mistake that happened. And some people say that they pinned it on somebody, that some crazy guy was putting cyanide in Tylenol. But I watched that. That was actually not bad. And then I finished Your Friends and Neighbors on Friday.
Did you like it?
Which I was mentioning this last week with The Handmaid's Tale. The Handmaid's Tale completely disappointed me.
I've disappointed everybody.
I hate when a show does not wrap everything up in a nice bow. I hate when they leave things at a point where you almost wonder if they're going to come back with more. And they supposedly, this is the end finale. I like the fact that Your Friends and Neighbors, I think it's only a one season thing. I think it's like a one and done. They just kind of like.
That's the John Hamm one, right? On
Right.
Apple.
Watch it.
Well, Wes and I went to go watch it the other night, and then I was like, "Crap! I canceled Apple TV." I'm like, "I'm not doing this back and forth." So we don't have Apple TV.
Really?
Yeah,
But why'd you cancel Apple TV? What
because
are
we
you
didn't
doing?
watch anything on there.
Really?
Uh-uh.
But don't you keep your Apple TV because you got all your Apple products and stuff like that, or no?
No.
Really?
Just buy some AirPods. You'll get 3 months for free.
That is true.
It'll be all right.
Can I just throw this out there with streaming services?
Yeah.
like now it's my time. I'm canceling my Hulu because the Handmaid's Tale is over with.
So I just canceled my Hulu, and then I realized, oh crap, I can't watch any more Handmaids because I canceled Hulu, and it was done on the 31st.
Can we just please go back to cable television where we just had one thing and we could watch everything on one? Like, I'm tired of streaming services. I feel like the streaming services are nickel and diming us. We used to get so mad at Comcast, Xfinity, or whatever the service was, Spectrum, whatever you have. We'd get so mad at it. And we would call, oh, it's so expensive. You understand that when you add all the other streaming services together,
sure.
and
It's the same.
they don't have the ability for Wi-Fi in your house, so they screw your life up. I feel like now is more expensive than ever. Then
I just hate feeling like I finally get settled in on a price, and then I get an email that they're going up $2.
well, that's how they get you.
Or now I have ads in Amazon Prime when I didn't have ads before. Now I can't watch
Amazon
a movie
Prime's
all the way
the
through.
worst. You can't do anything on Amazon Prime without paying for it.
Yeah.
It sucks.
This is what they do to you. They do this to you because they got you. They get you hooked for a year. You know, and that's why people always give me crap about how I tout radio and how we are free. Like, you don't pay for listening to radio. And it's like television, you pay for everything.
Yeah.
And anything that you want entertainment-wise. Where in radio, you don't pay for it. You go to the iHeartRadio app, you listen to whatever you want to listen to.
The worst part, too, bro, is I have every streaming service, and I still can't find anything to watch.
Yeah.
That's the worst part. I'll go through and I'm like, I've seen this before. All this stuff boring.
Do you have YouTube TV?
No.
So we do YouTube TV, so it's like live TV.
Okay.
So
But I got
when
Hulu
that
Live.
happens, I'm always just like, I'll just put on whatever's on.
But I wonder if it would be cheaper just to buy if you could buy each individual show. Like, in the end, and I know you don't think that this would be the case, I can just buy my seasons of stuff. And in the end, when I look at everything that I watch, is it going to, in the long run, be cheaper than having a streaming service just for all that crap?
Yeah.
You
mean
know?
like if all you want to watch was Handmaid's Tale, you paid
Just
$10
buy the
for
season.
that?
No, I buy the $50 season or whatever it is. Now I just paid $50. I've got the whole season of Handmaid's Tale, and I'm done with the whole thing. And now I cancel, and it's done at the end of the year. Like, it's kind of like buying a movie, like when where you just buy the streaming rights to the movie.
I guess you could kind of do that now. You would just have to watch it quickly before the next month's cycle.
Or let's just watch commercials again.
No.
Would you put up with more Top Dog Law? Huh?
I don't know. I watch a lot of movies and a lot of television. I don't know. I like it, but at the same time, I don't. Like, Max is one of those where I don't watch anything on Max, I feel like.
Really? So
I
that's one of
literally
those.
never
I
watch
don't
Max.
have that.
Max
I
is.
don't even have that one.
See, I feel like Max is only, all of a sudden you'll see it. Hey, have you watched such and such? I don't even know what the last thing was on Max that I watched. I think it was like some court show or whatever, like some drama. And they'll be like, yeah, what is it on? It's on Max. What's Max? Like, you know what I mean? Like HBO, isn't it HBO
That's
Max?
Max, yeah.
I think the last thing I watched on there was, what the hell is it?
Righteous Gemstone?
No, the one where they all go away on a vacation together and somebody gets murdered or whatever.
Oh, White Lotus.
White Lotus.
Yeah, that's
like,
on
I think
Max.
that's the only thing that I've watched.
When I want to watch a movie that's not in theaters, I'll Google it and then hit streaming, and then typically it'll populate at the bottom with the icons of whatever the streaming service is, and it'll tell you what they're on. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, I got
It's
Peacock.
such a pain in the butt.
It is.
I've been watching
it
Columbo on Peacock, though.
Can you believe this? Do you know what Columbo is?
No.
Columbo is like a 1970s
What?
fat,
Yeah.
detective.
Yeah.
That's like an old school. It's like some of our grandmas.
got you on that?
Shanny's granny. would
My
watch
dad
it.
used to watch when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And I used to just, I never paid attention to it.
Yeah.
Then I was bored one night and cut it on. I was like, this is kind of interesting, bro.
My favorite is in Detroit. We have that WADL or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I used to watch Batman and Robin, and Columbo would come on afterwards.
Columbo cold.
What's going on, Josh? Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to vent a little bit because this aggravates me, but I got YouTube TV just like Shannon, and I usually get the NFL Sunday ticket every year.
Oh, yeah.
And,
It's no longer on there. Guess what it's
roughly
on now?
Well, that's roughly about $500 a year,
Yeah.
right? So what irritates me, special
Oh, you're
Prime
For him?
Yeah.
or
You need a new
or
cell phone.
Peacock
That's
or
what
something
you
like that.
Yeah.
But when they air on Peacock, they don't give you like a code to log into Peacock. You have to have Peacock, but I already paid the $500 a year.
But by the well, it does suck because you're buying the football stuff. But with the NFL Sunday ticket and all that stuff, now to be able to watch all the games, you have to go. I think it's on Apple TV now, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
So I think it's no longer on. What you were watching. But I hate when. And Josh, I was joking, by the way, about your cell phone service, but it did cut out. Everybody's cell phone service sucks nowadays. I hate when our like Lions games or Tigers games are on a streaming platform,
Right.
and all I want to do is just watch it on whatever it was that I was watching it on. But then
where it is.
they'll sell individual games. What's up, Kim? Hi.
Hey, good morning. First time, long time.
Hey, what's
Kim
up?
on the phone.
What's going on?
I'm calling with great news. My
Yeah.
Friends and Neighbors has been renewed for a second season.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm reading now.
Serious,
Interesting.
dead serious.
By the way, how
It was
great is that?
renewed- Oh, it's the best. We just finished it over the weekend. My husband and I are
Yeah.
brilliant.
See that again? Cell phones
Yeah,
suck.
what's going
What is
on?
up in this town? Cell phone. Your cell phone is like like that. It cut out. Maybe this is the thing. Maybe we need to like figure out the streaming. Ever since they went to 5G, I feel like cell phones suck nowadays. The only thing that's good is radio.
That's right.
That's it.
Hey,
It's the
it's
only
hot
thing good.
outside. People's cell phones start acting up.
Is that what it
They
is?
about to drop a new iOS. That's what it is.
You know what? Well, that's kind of how they get you. Hey, Kim, how many streaming services do you have? How many different streaming platforms?
Oh, my God. My husband has all of them.
So you
But
guys.
he's an actor. He's a voice and film actor.
Oh, is he really?
Oh.
How much money do you think you
Yeah.
guys are spending a month on all that?
We're probably spending about $350 a month,
Damn,
but it's
That's
deductible.
way more than
that's a
cable.
lot.
Isn't that nuts?
But
Crazy.
Still.
Yeah. I'm telling
it's
you, you
absolutely
know what I
crazy.
do? And this is my Dave Ramsey here. I'm going to give you my little financial thing. I cancel whatever credit card it is that I always put them on, cancel it once a year, and then all the services come to me and say, your card didn't go through. And then I decide which ones I had that I don't even look at anymore. And that's how I decide.
That's brilliant.
So once a year, I'll go through and I will basically drop the nuclear Visa bomb on all that stuff and just get rid of them all and then start fresh from there and go, okay, well, here's what's going on. And then what it does too is it lets you know who your friends are that you gave the services to. Because this would happen with Chad and Stephanie, sometimes Shannon, sometimes Megan back in the day.
Yep, I had your
I would-
Hulu for a while.
Sometimes I would get these people and they would go calling me up and I'd be like, wow, why is Shannon calling me randomly at 5 o'clock at night on a Tuesday? Well,
Did
she
you
wanted
change
to-
your password?
That's when you know who your real friends and neighbors are.
Is Mojo's summer of cars, cash, and gas. Driven by Gordon Chevrolet in Garden City. Get in a few minutes on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning show. He kept stealing my stuff.
This was so annoying. Wes and I were at the gym the other night, and the gym that we go to, like they have equipment and all that stuff, and then they have free weights, like every gym, you know. And so we do a thing where I don't really know how to do a lot of stuff, so he just tells me what to do, and I follow his instructions. And so usually we'll kind of go around the gym together. And he'll be like, okay, we're going to use these two machines and we're going to switch on and off. But like we put our stuff down. So like we're kind of by each other, but like we'll put our phones down, our water bottles. He always carries a towel with him, whatever. So the other day we were doing that and we were going back and forth between a piece of equipment and some free weights that we had both went and grabbed, you know, our weight because he needs something that's way heavier than me. We had grabbed those and set them nearby. And all of a sudden I turned around and there's this dude just using the machine that Wes and I were on. My phone's there, my water bottle's there, all my stuff is sitting there. Guy did not care. So I'm like, okay, fine. He didn't see it. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. So we turned around and started using the weights that we had brought over to this little area that we had set up. I go back to the machine. Guy finally gets off of it. I hear Wes laughing. I turn around. The guy's using our weights that we brought over, like two totally different sizes too. I mean, this guy it was like he was following along in what we were doing and he had no shame whatsoever. And
Did he even say like something to you guys or acknowledge you guys?
He didn't say a dang thing, but it was one of those moments where I thought, on that show, What Would You Do? And they're testing me because everywhere we went, this guy would come and he would just be there using our stuff, even though it was very clear that that's where we were.
And let me guess what you would do.
But
nothing. 'Cause
absolutely
you are non-confrontational.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I finally said to Wes, I'm like, I feel like I should put my phone in my waistband because at some point he's going to take my phone.
You know what you need to do?
And drink my water too.
Honestly, what you need to do is while he's curling his weights or whatever he was doing with the weights, you need to walk up to him and just grab them right out of his hands and see what he would do. See, because that's basically what he's doing. He's taking your stuff.
He's following the circuit.
I always think that with equipment, like if you have like a piece of equipment and you're going to go back to it, and honestly, at Planet, they don't, they have more than enough pieces of equipment when I'm there because I'm usually there in the middle of the day. It's not that many people there. But there are times where I feel like this is the thing that bothers me. You get the close worker outers, like close talkers, that there's like 5 pieces of equipment there. I'm on one on an end, and the person has to go on the one right next to me. And so what I end up finding myself doing is I'll put towels on the one next to me, keeping the person to go next to me.
See, we weren't like, it wasn't even us doing that and moving away and not using it for a while. We were alternating back and forth. Mm-hmm. So it was just in the time that it was taking us to make the switch that this guy was like, oh, I'm just going to hop on this one. Do
you think that this guy's a gym swinger? Maybe he wants to, or he
wanted to lift your weights.
He sees this good-looking couple that's there working out.
I'm going to take a wild guess
I would like to
and
have
say,
a threesome with you and another girl you trust.
Big no.
Does that excite you at all, or no?
Wanted to curl you.
Do you think that maybe this was his way of picking you guys up? Like, is this a gym thing?
He
like
did
a
not
picking
even
up
make
thing?
eye contact with us, though. Did not acknowledge us whatsoever.
I had somebody one
he was
time.
in his own.
I had somebody one time tell me when I was talking about how there was this guy that kept following me around the gym, and they said that was kind of a thing, that the guy was trying to pick me up.
Really?
Which then I went from, at first I was pissed off that this guy was doing it. Then I was kind of flattered. I was like, honestly, I'm like, oh, well, I kind of feel special. It's like, come on over here and hang out with me. We're going to the elliptical now. 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. I love gym confrontations. Like, I love when people have confrontations in the gym. Oh, my God,
it's so entertaining.
Like, what do you do when you're, getting, too close to somebody's space or somebody's getting too close to your space?
My other new favorite thing is the person that will come up to you and go, how many more sets do you have? I'm like, 2, I don't know, thinking they'll go do something else and then come back and they just stand there and
they're
watch
waiting for you?
I'm like, this is so
What are they doing that on, though? Is it something that there's only one of in the entire place?
Like, I think some people go in with a very set routine, which I do not. I just walk around, whatever's free, I'll do. But some people have a very set routine of, doing their equipment in an order or their workout in an order. And if you're in their way, they're not going to go do anything else. They're going to sit and wait for you to be done.
Wow.
Is there gym etiquette?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't go to the gym. So, when you had a person come up and say how many sets you got left,
you just keep doing your thing.
Is there a mental law, though, where you only get a certain amount?
Since you don't go to the gym, I equate this to when you go to Burger King and you're standing in line. I don't know. Or when you go to the wing place. What's that?
Sweetwater. There we go.
It's like somebody cutting in front of you in line to place your order.
Okay.
No, it's like you sitting at the bar there and them saying, how many more wings do you have left? How much longer are you going to be? And them just waiting behind your bar seat for you to get up and leave.
The hoverer.
That's weird.
The hoverer.
Exactly. Texter here right now says, Shannon, we experienced this at our gym, and that's why we started going to Planet Fitness, where you get kicked out if you do things like that. I've never seen anybody get kicked out of the Planet Fitness.
I've never seen anybody get kicked out, but I have heard them ring the alarm.
The lunk alarm?
There's an alarm?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
If you drop your weights
If you drop your weights or you're making like really weird noises, they'll do it. They'll hit it.
What's this alarm, though?
It's just like a thing up on the wall. It makes a noise, but also this light goes off. Yes, it sounds like that.
And what happens, though? Somebody in a purple shirt just ran out?
No.
They come out there.
I've never seen anybody
comes out from the back.
I have never seen anybody come out.
They put you in Planet Fitness handcuffs.
But everybody turns to look at who it is. You want to see who it is.
God, I love this one here. This is 310. 310 says, Mojo's right. They were picking up on Shannon and Wes. I'm telling you, I think there's something to it. The fact that the guy's doing this and he's randomly just coming over towards you every single time and taking everything that you're using.
It was wild.
Have you ever seen this guy before at this
No.
gym? Interesting.
Yeah. Is this one of those? Is this one of those? Honestly, is it? I mean, I know Planet sponsors our studio, and they're very good people. You don't have to admit.
I really
Are
do
you
go to
cheating?
Planet. I really do go to Planet Fitness,
which gym
but
is this?
sometimes
Which
I
gym
go
is
to
this?
Wes's gym with
This
him.
is Lifetime, isn't it?
And he goes to Lifetime.
It is Lifetime. I told you. Don't go there. You know what? You know what? I don't know if they advertise, and if they do, I apologize. If they don't, they probably won't ever after this. I hated Lifetime. You know why I hated Lifetime? They would not let you cancel your membership. They were the hardest people to cancel your membership. They always talked me into staying. They would always, every time I would go in,
This is too much work.
I had a membership. They made it so hard to cancel. You know what they were? They were the Sirius satellite radio of gyms, where you're on the phone instead you're in front of a person, and they won't let you cancel your gym membership.
You got to test out.
I'm like, I'm done. They actually, I belonged to their fancy gym that they had for 2 years. Wasted money in my life. The only time I ever went there was to get a smoothie.
To get smoothies, Kev.
Are they free?
He would talk about
No, I paid for it.
Yeah.
Literally, they knew that was all I was going there for. So the lady that was the manager bought me smoothies to keep me there for another
That's a good
6
manager.
months.
And it worked.
What's up, Carter? Hi.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
I think the worst is when people lift up their shirt, flex their abs, and show off in front of the gym in the middle of the weights. It's the worst.
Oh, yeah. Lunk alarm on that one. The person trying to show themselves. Well, you know who that is. That's the person that sees that there are probably somebody there that they want to impress, right? They're not doing it for you.
Sure.
They're doing it
Y'all
for somebody
just saying
else.
that because y'all don't got abs, bro. That's part of the, I feel like if I had an 8-pack, that's part of the workout. How else am I supposed to know it's working?
Listen, come on. Those are the same people, by the way, that buy their Lululemon or Under Armour 2 sizes too small.
I want to see the sweat glisten.
What's going on, Brooke? Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on?
So I'm actually one of the hovers, but only to those who I've watched like sit on a machine for a while on their phone, and then I'll go up to them and be like, "Hey, like how many sets do you have left?" And then I'll just stand behind them until they get off.
Hey, Brooke, do you think Shannon was just like social media posting pictures the whole time and
do not do
she wasn't actually getting a workout going? You know, those
But
people.
I do wait 30 minutes in between.
You
Or
know.
30 seconds in between each
Now,
set.
you ever see those people that are on there and they're taking
No,
selfies
that really
the
does drive
entire
me
time?
nutty.
Oh, that drives me nuts too. It's like, first off, I don't want to be in your picture because if you look at me, if I'm in a gym and if I've been there and I never stay there longer than 30 minutes. I'm not a person that does more than a 30-minute, or 25-minute like just cardio set. Just to say I went to the gym because I think my wife has my GPS. But the people that are taking their selfies and they're getting you in their selfies while in the gym.
Yes.
Have you dealt with that, like the tripod people at the gym? Have y'all seen that?
No, they bring a tripod in?
Yeah,
Really?
the social media influencers. They bring a little tripod
See, now
in.
I've noticed that people will bring a friend, and it's the friend that
Got
their
you.
duty is to capture the good photos and video.
Okay.
They need
You know.
they need an old school selfie stick. I'd like to see the selfie stick fall right there in the treadmill at that moment.
Hit that lunk alarm.
What's up, Jason? Hi.
Hey, Mojo. Yeah, no, I was just saying about the hovering. That happened to me like a week ago. It was so annoying. But the thing is, someone's like, oh, you're on your phone. But yeah, if you're doing weights, sometimes you got to take a minute and a half just to go between sets. It's just for the weights, to take a break.
Are you the
normal
guy?
thing? Most people do.
Are you the
There
guy?
are some kids, though, that truly just sit there for a good 10 minutes and don't do a dang thing, you know?
Are you the guy that takes excessively long water breaks, though? Be honest.
Oh, no, I don't drink water till the end of the gym.
Okay, really? You got to hydrate yourself a little bit more.
Fair enough, yeah.
I'm always the one person that does do that, though. I take excessively long breaks in between. So, all right, take care of yourself, buddy. We'll see you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right,
Thanks, Mojo. Take
bye.
care. Bye-bye.
Don't miss this in Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30 in minutes.
How Taylor Swift celebrated now owning all of the masters to her first six albums. And an interesting story about a woman who is not only filing a lawsuit against Sean Diddy Combs, but also a similar lawsuit against Harvey Weinstein. I'll tell you about her coming up in the Dirty.
And our summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas, giving away a car, your chance to win next.
Who is seen with who? Who's banging who? And what will you be talking about all day? Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30 in minutes. On Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
724, we are at 49 degrees, getting up to 81 today. Lots of sunshine. A disabled vehicle still blocking that right lane, 75 southbound between Dixie Highway and Grange Hall Road. A traffic signal has been knocked down. Police are saying please avoid the area 8 Mile, all directions at Novi Road. It's slow, 94 eastbound between Livernois and 14th Street. And that left lane closure causing some slow traffic, 94 westbound between Little Mac Avenue and Gratiot. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Mojo in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Refloor. Refloor is the most trusted name in flooring. New floors done right. Get brand new floors with free installation and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call 844-REFLOOR or visit refloor.com today. That's 844-REFLOOR or visit refloor.com.
Hey, let me tell you about Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas. I want to get you into a brand new loaded Chevy Trax. This car is gorgeous. Mike Porter spared no expenses on making sure he got the best one that Chevy has to offer. And you can win it this summer just by listening to Channel 955 in Mojo in the Morning. Listen to win weekday mornings just before we do Shannon's Dirty, which we're going to do one coming up here in just a little bit. And then throughout the day, listen right after the show and make sure that you get your chance to win. If you're wanting to win a brand new car or $20,000 cash, Gordon Chevrolet's got a ton of great merchandise right now, great inventory. And car sales right now are the best time ever. So you get a great deal and get over to Gordon Chevrolet and make sure that you tell them, hey, Mojo was talking about you on the radio today. Gordon Chevrolet on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City. Together, let's drive.
The city.
Las Vegas.
Vegas, make some noise!
The event.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Live. Welcome. One stage.
2 nights. The biggest stars in music return this September.
To make history.
The world's biggest artists are taking this stage.
Stream live only on Hulu.
I said, woo!
Listen right here as the star-studded lineup is revealed tomorrow morning.
At 8.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
After an accident, there are 2 types of people. Those who got the Bernstein advantage and those who wish they did.
Summer is here and BetMGM Casino is bringing you the hottest online casino experience. Heat things up with a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house using bonus code WKQIFM at sign up. Play your favorite games like blackjack and roulette with a live dealer, or check out our exclusive slots like MGM Grand Millions and the Wizard of Oz. The thrills of BetMGM Casino are always available right from the palm of your hand. Download the BetMGM Casino app today and get a piece of the action. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus, Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets, unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
Is it I?
It is you, Kevin, and let's talk about, ready for this? Let's talk about Total Wireless.
Oh, my God. I cannot get enough of Total Wireless. If you don't know Mojo, they are the wireless provider that's truly in your corner. Earlier, we had some callers call in with not the greatest phones. And I got to tell you, they're not on Verizon, because that is Total Wireless running on the #1 network in Detroit. So you get unlimited data that never slows you down. Check them out. In times of traffic, your data may be temporarily slower. Additional terms apply. Rankings based on Root Metrics Detroit Root Score Report first half 2025.
Get top-of-the-class catering from Qdoba to celebrate your grad. Customize your own hot bar full of everyone's favorite flavors, like flame-grilled chicken and steak or pork carnitas. And your guests can top off their bowls, nachos, or salads with delicious ingredients like fresh handcrafted guac and Qdoba's famous 3-cheese queso. We even deliver and set up for a stress-free celebration. Order for your grad party at qdoba.com/catering.
What if you stopped worrying about being wanted and focused on what you want?
VoiceOver is Hope Woodard's bold, funny, and unfiltered podcast about dating, love, sex, and self-discovery, rooted in her decision to go voiceover and prioritize herself. Listen, laugh, and discover yourself.
I know my voice. I know myself. I have more self-esteem than I ever have. Why am I letting people decide if they like me while we're dating?
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search VoiceOver, and listen now. This is your Monday Legal Minute, powered by Goldman & Associates Law Firm. Do a lot of divorce cases go to trial?
Typically not. They can go to trial, but statistically speaking, about 97% of them are settled. And they're settled either by agreement of the parties, or they're settled by mediation or arbitration or other means of dispute resolution that the court puts in place to avoid the need to go to trial in a divorce case.
What if the ex does not follow the custody order?
If your ex doesn't follow the custody order, the remedy is to file an appropriate motion before the court. The court will be asked to hold your ex in contempt for violating its order. Remember one thing, the court never knows there's a problem unless you bring it to their attention. And unfortunately, that's going to require going back into court with your lawyer, filing an appropriate show cause motion to ask that the court take steps to enforce its own orders.
Summer savings are here at Going Gone by Dick's Sporting Goods. Score up to 70% off styles from top brands like Nike, Adidas, Jordan, Kalia, and more. Discover new markdowns and arrivals every week. Hurry in and save big on summer styles at your Going Gone.
Hi, I'm a chiropractor. Turn to the left. And I love the Michigan Lottery Daily 4 game because for a limited time, turn to the right. It's straight back bonus time, and I know a little something about straight backs. Just play your daily 4 number, midday or evening, and if your straight bet matches in reverse order, you'll win a $1,000 bonus. And with all that spine-tingling excitement, well, I'll be seeing you soon.
The Daily 4 Straight Back Bonus from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
After an accident, there are 2 types of people. Those who got the Bernstein advantage and those who wish they did.
More Mojo in seconds.
It is an incredible buyer's market right now at Wallside Windows. Get 81 months, no interest, no down payment. And check this out. Cash buyers, they're going to throw in an extra 15% off the sale price. And regardless, you still get half off every window. So you get way more for less when you buy from Michigan's very own Wallside. Half off every window. 81 months, no interest, or an extra 15% off for cash. This offer ends June 10th. Call Wallside today. Go to wallside.com.
This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell.
Lots of sunshine and a high of 82 today. Tomorrow, more sunshine and temps in the mid to high 80s.
Cordell & Cordell. Divorce and family law. CordellCordell.com. 866-323-7529. 866-323-7529. Joseph Cordell, Principal Partner. CordellCordell.com.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by David Femininio. Get David, get paid.
Thanks for listening to Channel 955 on our free iHeartRadio app. And for all your music, radio, and podcasts, free never sounded so good.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
Every year, I want to make my stomach less jiggly for the summer. Oh well, maybe next year.
This is Mojo in the Morning. Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas, giving away 2025 loaded Chevy Trax or $20,000 cash. It's all brought to you by Gordon Chevrolet. This is our good friends, Mike Porter, the entire staff over at Gordon. Treat you right. Love those guys so much. Win a $50 gas card that you can fuel up, courtesy of Kroger. And get ready for a great summer here, courtesy of Green Flame Tequila. All of them giving us a great summer of good giveaways, brand new cars, lots of sunshine. Today's going to be the first day. They're saying that today's temperature is going to be about 5 or 6 degrees hotter than usual. We're supposed to be in the 70s. We're going to be in the 80s today. So it's like perfect that we're kicking off this giveaway today. We'll do the dirty, and we'll come back with 95th caller.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Shannon, what is trending? What happened over the weekend that I completely missed because all I was doing was literally nothing.
I wish my weekend consisted of nothing. It was
You
so
had a
the
lot. You
opposite.
had, I had grad parties and stuff. You
much
had
going on. Oh my
graduations,
God.
so yeah.
So Taylor Swift now owns the recordings to her first 6 albums, and that was huge breaking dirty, of course, after the show ended on
Aren't we
Friday.
all happy for her?
Yeah, that's what's up.
She
I mean, that
now
was a
can be
dream come
happy.
true for
And
her.
she got it for the low after she,
She's-
released her own
Well,
stuff and brought the price
she
down.
thought she would never get her music back, and everything now belongs to her. So just a very momentous occasion. If you remember the story, she lost her rights to everything that she had back in 2019 when good old Scooter Braun and his media holdings company acquired her old label, Big Machine.
I like how he was always the man that was the evil one, but he was the guy that literally had the ability to buy that money, and she made him out to be like he was like this
For sure.
horrible human being.
Well, then less than 2 years later, he sold it to a private equity company called Shamrock Holdings for $300 million.
What did she buy it back
Taylor shared that Shamrock sold everything back to her, including her videos, her concert films, her album art,
How much?
photography. I actually don't know.
350 million.
She won
Was it
350. So they
for the
so,
low.
So they made 50 mil.
so they made because usually these private equity firms know how to crap everything out and they end up losing money. I always wonder how that is that they lose
She
it,
made
but that's
50
interesting that they
and
made.
so for Swifties who were anxiously awaiting Rep TV, Taylor said she hasn't even recorded a quarter of that. So like everybody was waiting for it to happen at the AMAs. That was never in the plan. She did celebrate over the weekend with her bestie Selena Gomez. They hit the town in New York City with the very famous Monkey Bar on Saturday night. But that's what she was doing.
What does this mean for Taylor fans? What do they get out of this? Like, is she going to give them something for this? Like, is she going to give them free streaming? Is she going to give them the ability to be able to what happens, Lydia?
I think for us, we're just really excited that we get to listen to her original versions now without feeling guilty in a sense. I mean, I was
Did
still
you feel
listening to some
guilty?
things here and there. That's how Swifties felt. They felt guilty for listening to, like, let's say 1989 style. Like we felt guilty for listening to it because she didn't own it and she really wanted to.
And Lydia, she said she was going to start releasing stuff like unheard of songs from the vault, right?
Yeah, so she's probably going to release songs that she had recorded previously for Reputation originally that she didn't put on the original album. And she's going to release
But she
that
didn't
now.
own at the time. She didn't own anymore, and now she does.
I find it funny that, and I'm not just saying you, Lydia, but I'm saying all Swifties. I find it funny that you guys will walk around with like fake Louis Vuittons, knockoff, slides that are not, or sunglasses that are not the designer ones. You guys have no guilt feeling that, but you have guilt feeling when you're not, when you're listening to one of her old versions of a song. You're that big of a fan of hers that it would make you feel guilty to listen to Love Story.
I know
that
some
was
people are going to come for
original?
me, but I was still listening to some of her old music.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Good for Taylor. Not all the artists have the ability to do what Taylor did. Matter of fact, 99.9% of the artists can't afford to own their own music. But that's how it always has been, where these record labels make money. It's only the biggest of the bigs, like the Michael Jacksons of the world, that I think he
get him back.
Didn't Paul McCartney buy all Michael Jackson stuff at one point? I think it was.
I think
you're
Michael
right.
bought all theirs.
He bought all the
it was
Beatles?
something like
Michael
that.
all the Beatles stuff.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying. Come on, Mike would have been a big dog in this industry. Stop playing.
But who owned Michael Jackson stuff? Like, who has Michael Jackson stuff?
I don't know, bro. Probably the Illuminati.
Is it?
It's like,
all right.
I found this story really interesting. There's a woman who filed lawsuits against both Sean Diddy Combs and Harvey Weinstein, alleging separate incidents of sexual assault. According to model Crystal McKinney, back in 2003, she and a friend of hers met up with Harvey Weinstein at a Manhattan hotel under the pretense of discussing some movie opportunities, the story we've heard over and over again with him. She claims that Weinstein provided them with some cocktails, coerced them into sexual acts, and then raped them. Previously, Crystal accused Diddy of sexually assaulting her that same year, 2003, after a men's fashion week event in New York City. She alleges that Diddy drugged her and forced her into some non-consensual sex acts at his studio. Both Diddy and Harvey Weinstein have denied her allegations. Robin Thicke and April Love Geary got married in Cabo San Lucas on Friday after 6 years of being engaged and 3 kids together. The wedding was attended by all sorts of celebrities, everybody from Leo DiCaprio to Usher. I saw Matthew and Kelly Stafford were hanging out at that wedding. That couple's been together since 2014. Finally tying the knot.
Robin Thicke's
after
got some
all that
friends, huh?
time.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And lastly, one half of the Chrisley Knows Best team that was pardoned by President Trump last week, speaking out for the first time. This is Todd Chrisley, fresh off a shopping trip from Nordstrom.
Mr. Chrisley, do you have any remorse for the actions that led to your evictions?
Oh, you must be CNN. Do I have any remorse? I would have remorse if it was something that I did.
Well, your wife did apologize last year in February.
Well, let me explain to you how that works, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You're placed in a position as a defendant to either bow down and kiss the of the Department of Justice and accept responsibility for things that you did not do in order to avoid a stronger sentence. And the corruption that went on in our case is going to continue to unfold, and Alex is going to continue to give each and every one of you the evidence that as it comes in.
You guys, I died because he would not let anybody take his picture until he went and got Botox.
Really?
He's got a fresh face of Botox.
Kevin called this week. Is he and the wife, are they in actually a relationship with each other? Or is he?
They are married.
Really?
But
I always wonder. I never really watched that show, but
married.
Chelsea would watch that show, and I always wondered about
I
myself.
was winking. They're married.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, everybody has their thoughts.
It is Pride Month.
Yeah. He had a great...
Perfect for Pride Month. He got out.
He had a great... I don't want to say post-game interview, but he had some great things to say at that press conference just about his experience in jail.
With prisoners. And so do we have that? We got to pull that audio, Shannon. That's actually good. I saw that.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah. He talked about how he some of the guys that were like his cellmates and stuff, or they had to separate them from
I got to
cellmates.
find that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. For all of today's Dirty Catch-Up on what you missed, check out the podcast on the free iHeartRadio app.
Get more dirt at mojointhemorning.com. Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right. Giving away a brand new car this summer. Julie, you're a winner. Congratulations, Julie.
Oh, that is so awesome. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Julie, you got free gas. We're going to give you a $50 gas card to Kroger, courtesy of Green Flame Tequila, and you're now qualified to win a loaded Chevy Trax. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Now, are you in need of a new vehicle? Are you in need of a new car, or would you take the cash?
I think I would take the car. My husband has a work truck, and he's always letting me drive our nice car, and I think it would be really nice for him to have something to drive around that isn't his work truck.
Yeah. You know what? That's cool. Well, hold on 1 second, and we're going to get you set up, okay?
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Listen to win. Bottom of the hour, right before the Dirties, all this week, and of course through summer.
Oh, what happened? You went out on a few dates, had Banksgiving, and now you're getting ghosted?
No, please don't. Oh, God.
What happened?
Please stop crying.
Second date update happens at 8:20 on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. It's sad news. Kevin, your uncle died. Your uncle passed away?
Yeah, my mom's brother, Uncle Paul, passed away over the weekend.
Oh, man. Was he sick?
Yeah, I believe he had cancer.
Oh, man.
So my mom called me, what was it, Friday or Saturday? I don't know. Obviously, if you listen to the show, you know I haven't been feeling that well. Just a lot of phlegm, a lot of mucus. So it was really hitting me on Friday night. And then my mom called me and was like, we all at the hospital. They just rushed Uncle Paul in. And then I think she called me a few hours later and was like, yeah, he passed away. And yeah, pretty sad.
How's your mom doing?
She's really concerned about her mom, my grandmama.
Yeah.
My grandmama, she's 95 years old, and now her son died.
Oh,
and you always hear how, like, you never want to be a parent that has to bury their child. And yesterday, we all went over to my grandma's house after church. And her sisters were over there. His daughters were there, my mom, and everybody was just over there. And it was like that real moment of like seeing my grandma. We got into a circle. We all prayed. And then while we were in the circle, you know, people started going around the room and start kind of saying, you know, what Uncle Paul meant to them and moments they shared. And just looking at my grandma, who's like the poster child for what a matriarch in a family is like. And she's just her nickname is Pit because she's like a pit bull. Like she's just a strong, 5'2" lady that's just been there for everybody, and she's still strong to this moment. I know she'll have her moments where, she'll cry probably when nobody's watching, but just to be in that circle, man, and that's where my kind of pain comes from. Is more so like my grandma, again, 95 years old, having to bury her son, or my two cousins, his daughters, Brandy and Elena, who Auntie Bobby, their mom passed away like 2 years ago. Now their dad passed away. My mom losing her only brother, like that type of thing. So hearing everybody talk about what Uncle Paul meant to them was hard.
Prayers to your family. Is there a funeral coming up here? You guys having a funeral?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday they were trying. I'm probably gonna get a eulogy. My mom was trying to talk about that, but nobody was really trying to fast forward and have that conversation. It was more so like, let's just spend this time together.
Yeah.
And looking through photo albums and cherishing his life and talking about all of that.
I find it interesting. I've had a number of friends who's had deaths in their families, and I've been asking lately. I'm like, because you want to pay your respects and go to wakes and things like that, or their funerals. And I was last couple of friends lost. One buddy lost his mom. Another guy lost his uncle, like you did. And I'm like, you got funerals planned? And they're like, yeah, sometime this summer we'll do something. And I'm like, and they're like doing their daily life and not doing like a funeral right away. And I'm and I'm in my traditional faith, which is just Catholic. Usually, a person dies. It's within like a week. They'll have a wake, or 2 days of a wake, and then they'll have the funeral, and you have it within right away. Everybody nowadays is kind of like holding off, and they're like, yeah, we'll do it when it's convenient. We're kind of all busy right now. And I'm not saying that that's what you guys are doing, because I don't know what you guys are doing. But isn't that weird? Like, when I die, I want people's worlds to stop. Like, I want
the stock market to crash.
I want,
and you want the iHeartRadio to go silent.
Like if I
app
die,
is down.
No. Let me just say this to you: if I die and it's during the lion season, I get you're not going to have my funeral on a Sunday at 1:00 in the afternoon. But for God's sakes, don't wait until the season's over with and go through the entire 16-game season. You know what I mean?
I think people in our family who've passed away, it's never been more than 2 weeks. And 2 weeks is like the latest.
And
but even 2 weeks, because I can't remember who the heck died recently that it was that they died and then they were trying to get everybody into town for her funeral. And so I think I had said to my mom, I'm like, well, it's not going to be an open casket at that point. Like, she's getting cremated, right? And she's like, oh, no. It's.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, wait a second. That can't. She's not going to look good.
No, they have to. If that's the case,
like a raisin.
They are burning that body and they are putting it in an ashtray.
But they didn't. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I didn't know that you could do it for that long.
You can't keep a body that long.
You probably can't.
It was maybe a week and a half. But still.
Call Tom, the funeral director guy that calls us up all the time. I want to know what the longest a body can last.
They got new fluids out now.
New fluids.
I'm telling you, bro.
There's no
You guys,
way.
I still think it is such a weird cultural thing that we do. I say this every time we talk about a funeral, that we put makeup on a dead person and we all just stand around and look at them in a box. That is, it's just
that's how it is.
Weirdest thing to me.
You got to put
I
makeup
feel like
on them.
decades from now, we're going to, back, did you ever learn in history class back in like the Victorian days, they would take family portraits. They would sit the dead person up and the family would all gather around and they would like take one last portrait.
Oh,
That's so flipping weird. And I feel like decades from now, they're going to be like, and they made up the person in their favorite outfit with their makeup and put them in a box and everybody came and stared at them. It's creepy.
You ever kiss them on the cheek?
Please. No, I think I like rubbed both of my grandma's hands. And maybe that was it. But even then, you're like, huh?
My brother reached in and grabbed my mom's hand, and the funeral director, Mr. Quinlan, looked like he was going to kill my brother.
Why?
Well, because I think that they don't want you to move. They have it all nicely put in there.
That's my mama.
She had her rosary beads in her hand and all that stuff. They were like, get out of that thing. People get so emotional. At my mom's wake, my Aunt Pat almost jumped in the freaking casket. For God's sakes.
Thing.
Oh, she was crazy. Yeah, she was nuts. I will say this to you though, when any of us die, we got to make Katrina do our makeup.
Oh, she better
Like she
put the
does
good
for-
fake lashes on
like she
me.
does for our
Yes.
pictures. Hold on. Tom, the funeral guy, is on with us right now. Funeral home Tom. Tom, are you there?
Yeah, what's going on, Mojo?
What's the longest that a body can last? We're talking about when somebody dies. Like, don't they have to have a funeral within a certain amount of days? Like, a body can't last months, can it?
Well, if his body's properly embalmed and properly prepped, we can call a couple of weeks, probably.
Really? Couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Tom, where do you guys store the body? Is it like in the same place that Nordstrom stores their layaway, or where is it at?
No. And when they're being stored, they go in a refrigerated unit until they're prepped. Once they're prepped, well, a lot of Michigan states that at 48 hours after death, the body has to be embalmed or prepped.
Okay.
Unless it's refrigerated.
Tom,
refrigerated.
Quick question for you, Tom. Is that same refrigerated unit the place that you put your ham sandwich when you come into work with your lunchbox?
No. We have an off-site location. He's a professional. It's all regulated by the state. You can't. There's a lot of regulations.
He's very, by the way, Tom is very professional. I like to know that. I like to know that the silliness of listening to the show doesn't make him go down that
Tom,
path.
when you talk about embalming, has the fluids changed over the years, or are we still using the same fluids that we've always used?
No, they've changed over the years. Like anything else, you have different fluids that, do different things. It all depends, too, everyone. You have to remember, if you passed and you had a long illness, you're not going to prep as well as that if you died, like, suddenly or something.
Tom, these people, like, especially the ladies that have, like, a lot of filler in their face, do they just naturally they need less fluid because they already got stuff in there?
No, you still need the same amount. It's, like the procedure, you have to go by weight. You have to go by, there's a lot of different factors that factor into to a decision when you're embalming.
Bigger bodies need more fluid.
Yeah.
Correct.
How much will I need, Tom? I'll probably need a lot.
I don't know. I really don't know. Like,
not as much as you would have 6 months ago.
Tom, put some Ozempic in me beforehand. Hey, real quick, if my wife should bring my body in, make sure that I get a good hairdresser and somebody good to make me look good. All right, put some
we'll
good
make
clothes.
You look great.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you, buddy.
You want me to tickle you, Mojo?
No.
Your dead body.
See that?
What? Why?
Tom, have you ever had a body come back to life?
No, that's never happened.
Okay.
I have some people that think that, you could regenerate your body after a certain amount of years, but it's not going to happen. That's not that technology yet.
Okay. All right. Tom, the funeral man. Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you, buddy.
Thank you, guys. All right,
Talk to you
bye-bye.
later. Bye-bye. By the
See
way,
you on the other side.
Tom was always very, he was always so, professional until the tickle thing came out of him. What's up, Jamie? Hi.
My father-in-law wanted to be buried in Alabama.
Yeah.
And my husband was not ready to say goodbye when it happened.
Oh, God.
So his ashes are still sitting in my bedroom.
In the
been about
bedroom?
6 or 7 years.
Why in the
my
bedroom?
They're in my closet.
I'm telling you.
Because that's where he feels he's closest to him.
Shanny's granny's still in my dad's basement.
That's unreal.
And I still have a 12-foot utility trailer of all my father-in-law's stuff.
Oh, wow. You guys, the families that don't lay your family member to rest aren't going by their wishes. Their wishes were that they wanted to be spread or to have their ashes buried somewhere, and you guys aren't doing it. They're going to come back and haunt you. What's up, Rachel?
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good, Rachel. What's going on?
Good. So there's actually some cultures out there that will actually embalm their deceased, posed up, like standing up with like drinks like they're at a party or sitting down in cars.
I want to know those cultures. I want to be there. I want an old-fashioned in my hand.
If you Google it, you can see. It's crazy.
What if we embalmed you right here behind the microphone?
Seriously, Rachel, I'm going to be right here in the Planet Fitness Studios.
I'll make sure they put an old-fashioned in your hand.
Please do that for me. That actually would be my kind of thing. Like, I want to, if I die... I want Chelsea to rent out the library pub and put me in the third booth from the end.
You gotta Google this.
Penny, what's going on?
Well,
I wanted to tell like a funny, morbid funeral story about
Good.
my great
I love funny morbid. What's going on?
Okay, so my great aunt passed away a few years ago, and first off, my family is unhinged. They're crazy. But my aunt ran the funeral, and they didn't want to pay for a casket for the viewing. So they pulled my aunt out on like a hospital stretcher gurney, like the funeral home had her on that. And then my uncle shows up with his pit bull and says, "Oh, it's a service dog," and it clearly was not a service dog. So this dog is running around the funeral home, and then they go up to like view my aunt's body, and the dog jumps on the gurney, and my aunt almost falls.
No! Oh my God!
Yeah, and then my uncle was yelling about his dog running around because he wouldn't control it, and then so. My aunt and my uncle started getting a fight in the funeral home. It was a mess.
Your poor aunt can't even rest in peace because you guys are too cheap to get her a casket, for God's sakes.
Yeah. It was insane. It was the craziest funeral I've ever been to.
Oh my God! And did the poor lady have any money? Like, did she die and leave money to people? Because that's the money they should have used.
She was just an old lady who was like. Her name was Crazy Aunt Sharon.
Say that on
the. Did it say that? Wait, did it say that on the mass card?
She just had. I mean, she wasn't crazy. She just had some mental issues, so.
That's all right.
But yeah, she was just Crazy Aunt Sharon, and her kids were crazy, and so
everybody crazy. Dog crazy.
Crazy funeral.
Unreal. Hey, Devin, what's up?
They just let you have gurneys?
Hi. My dad actually passed away.
I'm sorry, what's that? Your dad what?
Actually passed away this morning.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're not knowing when to plan the funeral. They're thinking probably about a month from now.
Oh, geez.
Just because my mom needs money to like save up for it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They're actually doing like a GoFundMe for it.
Oh,
was it this a sudden death or had he been ill?
He's been sick for 2 years now, and he's been like fighting. But
oh
he's
man,
been in the
I'm so
hospital
sorry.
for like a month now. And
Oh, jeez. Well, listen, man, we're very, very sorry. We're sad to hear that that he passed, buddy. I hope that you're okay.
My prayers, bro.
I'm trying. We're trying to get through it.
I mean, I hope listening to the show gives you a little bit of laughter this morning, on a day that's really a tough one.
Absolutely amazing, and help me every morning get through multiple things.
All right. Well, Chris, what's your dad's first name?
Wesley.
All right. We're doing this one for him today. Thanks for calling, man. I apologize that you had to deal with this. It's very, very sad. We'll say a prayer for you, and Kev will say a prayer for your uncle and all of his family. Those are the people that die are the ones that are the good ones. They don't know how to deal with all the crap that we got to deal with right now. You know what I mean? They're going to a better place. But it's all the family that's left behind that's the ones that got to pick up the pieces and try to go on with their lives. All right.
Maybe he didn't call his wife to check in while on your date, but something isn't right. Second date update is after 8 this morning on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. I want to shift gears a little bit. So Lydia is here with us. Lydia is our executive producer of the show.
Yeah, lit.
And she's at that age right now where all her friends are getting married. And she's at that age right now where she is having to fork over a ton of money to go to weddings or be in weddings and stand up in weddings. And Lydia, it's getting expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost about to cost me $2,000 to walk in a wedding later on this year. Yeah, this is just one wedding. And I'm also walking in another coming up, and we're doing her bachelorette in Italy.
Stop for a second. Hold on a second. That's ridiculous. Why are they having a bachelorette party in Italy? Like, that's somewhere you go to for your honeymoon if you can afford it.
Because her grandma lives there. So, I mean, we just have to basically pay for the flight and probably have to pay for some things that we're going to have to do there.
Is
the wedding
she
there?
Paying? No.
Is she rich?
No.
How are you? But so even
That's insanity.
Even if your grandma lives in Italy, that's got to be expensive to go there just for a bachelorette party.
It's probably going to cost me an arm and a leg. Yeah, for sure.
I
Which
mean,
I'm already focused on the wedding that I'm standing up in this year. which, like I said, is estimated to be about $2,000.
Okay, so break down that cost.
So it's between the bachelorette, which is going to be here, which saves me a lot of money for that. I mean, because I'm already going on a bunch of trips as is. Then I have to pay for my dress, my hair, my makeup. I have to pay for the gift for the wedding and the bridal shower. And then I have to pay for hair, makeup, and a dress for that bridal shower as well.
Oh, my God.
So there's a lot that I have to pay.
And a bachelorette party gift.
Yes. Oh, my God. I didn't even think about that, Shannon.
Don't they, when they ask you to be in these weddings, don't they help out with anything at all?
Well, they'll pay for the dress up front, but how it works
But
in
you gotta
Chaldean
pay?
culture is that we put the envelope for the dress and then for our plate, too. Because you don't want the bride paying for that.
This is really asking a lot. Is
Wait.
there anybody that's ever turned down the standing up and be a bridesmaid or groomsman because they just didn't want to pay? They said, no, I don't want to do it. I mean, that's crazy.
Well, and so then you're going to this bachelorette party for a totally different wedding, so you're going to have to pay to be in that wedding too?
Right. So I'm just thinking about the wedding that I have this year.
Mhm.
And then the one I have next year, I have to start saving ahead.
You need a whole nother job.
Wow. That's it. That's like a summer of weddings can really make you go broke. Isn't it true in your culture, Lydia? Lydia's Chaldean. She's an Iraqi Catholic. Isn't it true that like your family members can't be in the wedding if they are married or if they have like
This is true.
Wait, really?
In Chaldean culture, yeah. Unless you were going to have the both like spouses into the wedding, you cannot. You cannot have them walk.
It's weird. Like, so if you had like 5 sisters and your sisters were the ones that you wanted to be your bridesmaids, like in regular everyday life, you could have all 5 of them in there, even if they are married people. If they're married, they can't be in.
Unless their husband is
Unless their
walking as
husband is
well.
also with them in there. Wow. Yeah. It's kind of wild.
That's
deep. 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. One wedding is costing Lydia $2,000. Brennan says that, how much are you paying to be in a wedding, Brennan?
Hey, first time caller, long time listener.
Hey, Brennan on the phone.
Yeah, so to be in one of my longtime friends' weddings, I'm already in the whole like $3,000.
Oh my God, $3,000.
What was the most expensive thing you had to pay for?
Well, so far it's been the bachelor party, which just happened a weekend or two ago. Just to go there and stay there for a weekend, I was already in like $1,100.
Where were y'all at?
We were down in Florida, not Miami though.
Wow. So is this person somebody that's got a lot of money?
Not traditionally.
Because I'm looking at these people that have these out of town like big things like bachelor parties, or they're throwing showers out of town and places like that. I'm thinking they've got to have money, and if that's the case, do they expect their friends that don't have money to do stuff like this? Like, why are they doing this when they got a wedding? Like, I couldn't even afford to get married. We had to save up. We got engaged, and I had to do a 2-year engagement in order to afford to get married.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they want to maybe try and go big for their big event. And, if they don't have all the money to throw around, they ask everyone else to throw it around too, I guess. But
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't know how you do something like that. Like, I think it's asking a lot for somebody to go to a destination wedding, because that's a lot more
The bachelorette
expensive.
party in another country is really crazy to me.
Kelsey, what's up?
Hey, so a few years ago, I had 3 of my good friends get married. So I had 3 bridal showers, 3 bachelorette parties, 3 weddings, and I was in all of them.
What did it cost you?
It was probably at least $3,000, I would say.
So it was a $3,000 summer to do it. So you were living Lydia's life a couple years ago. Anything that you should recommend to Lydia? Do you ever wish that you would have said no to any of these people?
Not these 3. I had fun.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
But now you're broke.
It was 3 good weddings. Just don't get pregnant, because I was breastfeeding for all these events. So
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You were pregnant for all 3?
I was breastfeeding still, so I'm down in Nashville with my breast pump, just traveling with breast milk, so that's not.
I wonder how brides like that when one of the bridesmaids ends up getting pregnant. I wonder if that's something that is looked at poorly. Like they're like, oh, you're ruining the wedding photos or something.
As long as they know beforehand.
What's up, Mag?
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's going on? We're talking about being in a bunch of weddings, how expensive it is for our producer, Lydia.
Yeah, I've been in several, and my issue is being a bachelorette in weddings is the gifts that the brides always get are really gifts for themselves. They'll be like matching pajamas so they can get pictures, or like earrings to wear in the weddings. Like it's like gifts for themselves. And then my husband's in weddings, and he gets like really nice gifts that he uses in the future, like a decanter or a cufflinks or something.
Yeah.
So
That is true.
That's my issue.
The girls go, oh, I went all out and I got you this. And you're like, am I ever going to wear purple pajamas? You know what I mean? Like, what's
right,
that?
I'm never going to wear these giant flashy earrings again, but thank you.
Yeah. Although the earrings, at least you could try to make it work with some other outfit. But Ashley, what's up? Hi.
Hey, Mojo. Yeah, most expensive year of my life. I was in 5 weddings, maid of honor of 3, and all 5 of them had a destination bachelorette party.
Oh, my God. That had to cost a fortune.
Where were the bachelorette parties? What cities were they in destinations?
They were Nashville, Chicago, Las Vegas, Miami, and St. Louis.
Unreal.
Oh, my gosh.
Man, and they expect you to go to all of those?
Oh, yeah, and we did. I mean, we had a blast, but believe me, we were poor by the end of the year. That's for sure.
That's
Can
wild.
we just say out of town instead of saying destination?
But that is. It's a
St.
destination.
Louis is out of town, bro. That's not a destination.
Well,
Come on now.
St. Louis.
When you say destination, you're thinking like Mexico.
I need my passport stamp, bro. We not just about to say I had to go to.
But that's the
I don't
other
know.
thing.
I
It's
go to-
money.
Nah,
but like when you have 5 out of town bachelorette parties, that's time out of your that's your weekends.
All that's for
Those are a lot of your weekends.
I can't
gone.
believe Lydia's got an Italy one. Like that's
Lydia got rich friends.
I don't care if my grandma lives in Italy. It's still a crazy place to go. What's up, Erica? Hi.
Hi.
What's going on?
So my friend asked me to stand up in her wedding, and later on, as a backup, asked my husband to also stand up. And between the two of us, they picked the most expensive tuxedo for him.
Yeah.
My dress was, between the dress and the alterations I had to get, was $500. She had a joint up north getaway bachelorette party. So between the two of us, we probably spent close to $1,500, $2,000. And the kicker is that the night of the rehearsal dinner, I got violently ill in the church, in the bathroom, and we had to miss the wedding.
Oh, no.
And,
was she pissed at
we
you?
spent all that money for nothing. She was very mad. She still has not spoken to me to this day. And that was probably about 6, 7 years ago.
Oh, my
You
God.
can't help being sick.
Did she not believe that you were
Right.
sick? Did she think you were lying?
I don't know what she thought. She told me that my behavior was indefensible and we cost her family thousands of dollars, and
Oh, my God.
that's pretty much it.
How did it cost them thousands of dollars? I don't understand where it would cost them anything. You're the one sick.
I don't. Between like gifts and dinner and
That's BS. The plate doesn't cost thousands of dollars.
That's nuts.
What they serving?
I'm telling you, this is when you start realizing that these aren't people you want to be friends with anyway. Becca just told the bride, I don't have the money for this, and you just didn't do it? Is that right?
Well, so she asked me a year beforehand, and I was finishing chiropractic school, and I was living in South Carolina. I knew that I was moving up to Michigan, and she was in New Jersey where I went and did undergrad. And I told her, okay, I'll try. And I got the dress. I paid like $800 for the dress, paid for the alterations. 3 months beforehand, I got married, and I had a very small wedding with my wife was from Norway, so her family came there, blah, 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 long story. 2 months beforehand, I was like, I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm going to try my best to see if I can afford to do the travel because the driving there would cost about $400 because of the tolls. And paying for the hotel, we had to pay for ourselves and all this stuff. I couldn't make it to the bachelorette because it was out in Cancun. She never responded to me because she was spotty with texting to begin with.
Her maid of honor didn't really help me out. And a month before,
Friends
I sent
are
a very long,
overrated.
heartfelt message. And she didn't reply to me and hasn't spoken to me since.
This
so I
is
lost
where-
a friend over
I'm
the
telling
money.
you, this is where you wean out friends. You know what I mean? People become crazy. They become bridezillas when they are getting ready to get married.
Sad.
Oh my gosh. That's
and
why.
then you know it's crazy. Like you think weddings are expensive. Like you go through this phase in your life where you're going to weddings and bachelorette parties, and then a couple of years later, Lydia, then you're going to go to 10,000 baby showers every weekend.
It's the worst.
right? And then you go a year after that, you're going to like 20 huge first birthday parties.
Hey,
You have to have a whole separate savings account.
Yeah.
Nicole, why do you feel bad about having a destination wedding and inviting all these people to your wedding?
So I did the opposite. No, the opposite. So I got married destination-wise, and now I'm getting a divorce. So I see all these people that are doing all these destination weddings and spending all this money. It's like, do you know the divorce rate right now?
I know.
It's insane.
I'm telling you.
You're spending all this money for what? I spent all that money, and now look at me. I'm 25 years old, and I'm getting a divorce.
Wow. Real quick, how long did you make it?
3 years.
This is what I think you should do. If you can't make it to the 5-year itch, you have to give everybody back their money that they paid.
Isn't it the
to
7-year
start with. I think it's Shannon. I think it's now it's like
I got
they
to move
lowered it.
out. Everyone can have their gifts back. Everyone can have their wedding gift back. Thanks for it all.
I'm sorry. You get your money back or your
Right,
money back
right.
in the whole deal. That's what you got to do.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live. Mojo. 30. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ignition sequence start. Let me take y'all back to the beginning.
This is it.
All right, you ready?
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.
You're a doo-doo head.
Let's go.
Hey, coming up this hour on the Mojo in the Morning Show, got a lot to talk about. Want to recap the big graduations over the weekend. I need to know what happened with Shannon's stepson's graduation she was talking about. Did she let the kids get the iPads? We'll talk about that. Second date update on the way. Not getting a call back. What she did on the date that made him say, I'm not going to go on another date with her. We'll have that for you. And a little later this hour, we'll get into another round of Mojo's Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas, giving you a chance to win a brand new loaded Chevy Trax and your chance to win some cash too, $20,000. It's all brought to you by Gordon Chevrolet. We do it bottom of the hour during the summers here on the Mojo in the Morning Show. And it is officially summer because temperatures are going to be in the 80s. They are going to be 80 degrees today for a high temperature, actually 81 degrees for a high temperature. By midweek, we could get close to 90 degrees. Mojo in the Morning, phone number 844-MOJO Live, text 95500. I helped Chelsea do a little cleaning up around the house this weekend, which is kind of interesting because I do feel like the simplest things in my life, in my marriage, will turn my wife on. Like I can go and I could buy her everything I've ever thought of buying her, and it won't do anything for her. But I can actually just empty the dishwasher, and it completely transforms that woman to make her feel like something special. I don't get it. I mean, not that I think that this is bad. This is actually a good thing. But this weekend I was helping Chelsea and we were kind of like cleaning up a bunch of crap and putting some stuff away and doing it, because our house just sometimes becomes like you go weeks without doing it.
Like a dumping ground.
And I looked at the way that she was looking at me as I was helping her do some of these things. And I felt like she was undressing me with her eyes.
Taking the sling off.
It was. I could have it now off at home, which is nice.
Okay.
It is kind of nice to have that off because I had that shoulder surgery. But it is wild though. She was looking at me at one point. I was like, "You're turned on right now, aren't you?" And she goes, "Stop that." And I go, "No, I'm telling you, there's something about it." What is the simplest thing that your significant other does that just turns you on? For Chelsea, it's when I go to work in the morning. If she sees me walking, I'm going to work, hon. Oh, I'm so hot right now. Like, see that? I come home from work. Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, do you get turned on like when you see your guy cutting the grass or,
Power washing.
Or doing power washing?
That was yesterday's activity.
Really?
Power wash. Yeah,
he was power washing on graduation day?
He was power washing. I mean, the graduation wasn't until 3 o'clock.
I know, but that's like a big day. That's usually it's like you got to pull all that stuff out and do that.
Yeah, he was power washing all the outdoor, furniture and the
Does it make you
patio.
feel good when you see him do stuff on his honeydew
But then
list?
he was like, bending down with the power washer, and I kept opening the sliding door and like saying stuff to him, and he was like, "Stop!" But it is like a thing.
Yeah.
Has he said anything to you that you do like around the house that he finds attractive?
I don't know. I don't think so.
And what about you for Chelsea? What do you like that Chelsea does?
Honestly, when I see Chelsea like do pretty much when she's cooking, like Chelsea's not a big cooker. Like she doesn't like make a lot of meal. But when she she has 2 things that she's made that are to me my favorite things. One is she makes an unbelievable tortilla soup. And she's making the tortilla soup. I'm like watching her, and she usually will be in the kitchen doing it, and she'll have like something on TV or something on her phone, like watching TikToks while she's doing it. And I'm watching her the whole time, and I'm going, "Oh my God, this looks so great." Or she makes the lasagna, and when she makes the lasagna, and because that's a process, I don't know what it is, but it kind of makes me. And this is weird to say this, but her mom was a big cooker, and when I first started dating Chelsea, I would go over to her house, and her mom was like, she'd make her own pasta, like homemade pasta out of a pasta machine, and she was hardcore Italian, making her own gravy, as she called it, instead of sauce, and stuff. And I see Chelsea doing stuff like that. I'm like, oh. This is unbelievable. Chelsea one time told me that when I picked up the dog's poop in the front of the house once, like when I got out there literally with a garbage bag, like one of those plastic bags from Kroger, and I was picking up the garbage, she was staring at me out the window.
She just needed it done.
And getting like tingly.
Getting tingly.
She was. I think so. Yeah. There was something about it. Jamie, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. I look hot when I blank. What is it that your spouse looks hot doing?
Well, let me give you a little quick update. I work 16 hours a day driving a dump truck for a cement company.
Yeah.
And by the time I get home, he has the house clean, dinner going, shower,
and what?
The dog taken care of.
And the dog. So,
and it's
it's
a major turnout.
So when you come home after a long, hard day on the dump truck, by the way, what is that song in the dump truck? Isn't there a song? Dump, got the truck like a dump, like a truck, like a truck, like a dump, dump, dump.
You think it's thong song?
Yeah.
Thong song, yeah. Yeah. Wait, you're ready to go home and put on the thong, aren't you? You're ready to go.
Right. But it's a major turn on knowing that I get to come home every day. And I don't have to lift a finger when I get home.
Does he start a bath for you?
Sometimes.
I did that one time for Chelsea. I said to her, I go, "Can I start a bath for you?" And she looked at me like, "Who are you?" What are you talking about?
Does he have a job?
What's going on, Danielle?
Hi, first time, long time.
Hey.
Danielle on the phone.
What's going on?
So, my big turn on is when I see my boyfriend taking out the trash. I don't know. It's like something about his muscles and just, I don't know. It's just taking out the trash. I don't know.
Just
It's
bringing
very
that trash
manly.
out, putting it in the can, bringing it to the curb, doing all that stuff without even having to be asked. Is that unbelievable?
Yes.
It's foreplay. It's
Right.
amazing. Yeah.
We got it easy.
I like it. I'm telling
That's
you.
all we got to do.
Tina, what's up?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tina. You're very
Hi.
professional. How are you?
So my husband's a plumber, and in the wintertime when he has to wear his black bib overalls with a skull cap, oh my God.
That gets you going, huh?
Oh my God, he just looks so hot. Oh, with the skull cap and the whole bib overall thing. Oh my God, every time. Every time.
Do you ever have him put it on in the summertime, even if it's hot like hell outside?
Well, I'm actually sitting next to him right now, and he has jean overalls on. It kind of gives the same effect.
What's up? What's his name?
His name.
Hey, hottie. What's going on?
Okay.
Hey, Mojo.
Hey, y'all might have to pull over.
Take those overalls off and just do it right there. You guys have fun.
I got too many tools in the back. I feel a little rough.
She's only worried about one.
I might get a pipe wrench in the wrong hole.
Oh, my God. Katie, what's going on? It's Mojo in the morning. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
We're doing okay. We're talking about the simplest things that turn out a woman on when their guy does it. What's that?
Yeah. So, do you know about the love languages?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's like how you express love or how your partner
Yeah.
feels love. So, Chelsea's love language is acts of service.
100%.
She feels love
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you do things, and it you said with the gifts. So maybe you're best at expressing love through gifts, but that's not how Chelsea
No,
feels
you're right.
for love.
We
She
talk
feels
about it
acts
on
of
our podcast, the We Don't podcast, all the time.
Yeah.
She is always about acts of service. Mine is her undressed. That's my love language. I don't know which one that is, but
That's actually a really, really great book for a couple, or like that you could just take the test online too. But it's so helpful. It really is.
What's up, Jacob? Hi.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's going to be hard to beat the pipe wrench in the wrong hole.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I had to get that one cut off as soon as I possibly could before we lost our license. But go ahead. Yeah.
I can turn my hat around, and it's usually a good sign.
Really?
It makes her go. Yep. I turn my ball cap backwards. Turn that around. You got to turn that around. You can't wear that like that. So,
is it that when you turn it around and you're kind of wearing it backwards like that, she knows you're about ready to do some business?
I guess so. It's just something.
I like
and
that.
Then I go out and split wood, so that works. So
Splitting wood. This guy, come on. This guy.
Just take off my pants. Come
on. Rebecca, what's going on?
First time, long time.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, Rebecca on the phone.
The mechanic smell from when the mechanic comes home.
Really?
Like that oil.
So,
yes.
What does he do for a living?
He worked in a junkyard.
So he comes home smelling like a car. You are turned on.
Yes, absolutely.
Isn't that amazing? Wow. That's wild. You would think that would be bad because I would think to myself, like, if he's got oil underneath his fingernails and kind of, you know what I mean?
Dirty hands is the best.
Do you let him, like, touch you before he goes and takes a shower when he comes home?
Yes, absolutely.
That's amazing. You must be a downriver girl. Are you a downriver girl?
No, I'm from Westland.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for the call, Rebecca. Shannon's over here going,
Yeah.
ew.
the dirt, the oil under the fingernails and doing stuff. I don't know about that. But
If you see Wes,
know what? If it works for you.
Wes is a very clean man. He's not, no oil underneath those fingernails. Those things are nicely groomed. Shannon makes sure. Well, thank you for the call. Take care of yourself.
You're welcome.
Bye.
You too. Have a great day.
Mojo in the morning on iHeartRadio. Now, #1 for podcasts. Listen to the Mojo in the Morning show on iHeartRadio. And if you want to really have fun, listen to the More Mojo podcast. It's rated R fun with Mojo in the morning.
All right, we're going to do the second date update. Why are you not getting a call back?
It's the second date update on Mojo in the morning.
All right, Mojo in the Morning show. Second date update. Trying to make you get another date here. We're trying to see if we can get you a second date. Annika's on with us right now. Hi, how are you, Annika?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
Good. I can't believe that he wouldn't call you back. You said that the date was great.
Yeah,
you guys went out to
so
eat,
nice.
and everything was good.
Yeah, we met at a spin class, which was kind of fun. So
Okay.
he came up to me after the class. He asked me out. And then we went to dinner. Everything was great. We went to this really fancy steakhouse, and I never go to places like that, so I was having fun. And then he drove me home after. We did kiss, but nothing more happened.
Was
and
it
then he
like?
never called me back.
Was it a good kiss or was it just a kiss goodbye?
It was cordial.
Okay.
It was very cordial.
You wanted more and it didn't happen, but that's okay. That's where the second date comes into play, or you thought. Harrison is not calling you back. Harrison, will you say hello to Annika?
Hello.
Hi.
What's going on?
Nice to hear your voice.
Who approached who at the spin class? Who was the person that said, hey, I want to give you my number, or here's my number?
It was him.
So you actually were you initiated this relationship, Harrison, and now you're not initiating a second. What's going on?
Yeah. So we had a great dinner. Honestly, the vibe was great. However, after dinner, she was stealing the salt and pepper shakers. And
are you joking, or is that serious?
No. And I'm definitely not joking. So I sort of I didn't dare her to do it. I'm like, oh, look, these are nice salt and pepper shakers. I bet you won't steal them, like in a joking way. And she ended up doing it. She even tried to take home the glasses they poured our drinks in, too.
She a daredevil.
She's a klepto.
She'd get off.
She's a thief. Wait, hold on for a second. She steals the salt and pepper shakers. She even tried to steal the glasses. But you say that you guys were kind of kidding around. Were you?
Yeah, I was joking about it. Like, oh, these are really nice salt and pepper shakers. Like, oh, how fun it would be if we walked out with them, just kidding and in a joking manner. And then she throws them in her purse.
I mean, you put it out
right
there.
away. Yeah, but you don't do that.
Okay.
It's a fancy restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
What was?
But we were looking at the salt and pepper shakers at the table, and we were both like, "Oh my god, this place is so nice. This cookware is so nice. Like, what if we just took it? They probably have so many." He literally said, "I dare you to take it." So I did.
So it was his idea to do it then.
He dared me to.
You dared her to. You were the accomplice on this crime, Harrison. Now you're throwing her under the bus.
I wasn't serious. I wasn't trying. It was just a joking. We had, it was a very jokingly manner. In jest. And then she looks around like she's a thief, literally, puts them in her purse, and then she tried taking the glasses to pour the drinks in. I go, what are you doing? No. I was embarrassed.
So you didn't find it kind of funny that she was doing this stuff, or you thought you were embarrassed by the deal?
I was definitely embarrassed by it. I did not find it funny at all. No.
All right. I want to pose this to our listeners. Do we think that what she did was wrong? I mean, obviously you can probably think so. Yeah, she shouldn't be stealing from it. But don't you think, though, that he had something to do with this?
Absolutely.
If he's telling her to do this. Was this your first time ever being a thief, Annika?
I can't say it was. No.
So you've done this before. You're.
Is it a pattern, or you've just done it here and there?
No, it's not a pattern. I've done it a normal amount.
Normal amount.
Any normal citizen.
Normal amount pizza. It turns into a pattern. What's up, Jillian? How you doing?
Hi. I just want to know, can a girl have hobbies? Leave her be.
No, stealing cannot be a hobby.
Have you done this before as a hobby?
Shakers. I mean, me personally, no, but let her be. Let her have some salt and pepper.
I just think it'd be an entirely different story if he caught her just shoveling items into her purse versus going, "Hey, I dare you to do that," and she did it.
I think there's something kind of hot about it, that she's that adventurous to do stuff like that. What's up, Jessica? Hi.
So listen, you can't dare somebody to do something and then they do it and then you say they're the bad guy.
Correct.
Yeah. That doesn't work. That's like saying, "Hey, let's screw," and then she does it and you're like, "Well, she's a hoe because she did it."
Right. That is.
Way.
By the way, isn't it? It's called slut shaming. This is steal shaming right now.
Hey, this is the girl you want.
Anna, what's up?
Okay, so I was dared to, we were in a little dive bar, to steal a payphone off of a wall.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like for aesthetic purposes, they have, those little payphones,
Yeah, yeah.
And they were like, "Shove that under your jacket and walk out. You can get out with that. That's the biggest thing on the wall." And I was like, "Bet." And stuck it under my jacket and made it all the way out. So salt and pepper shakers, that's nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Harrison
nothing.
He couldn't last one night with you. Let's rob a bank next time. Let's go full forge in this whole deal. We're going to wear ski masks on our next date. Christina, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning.
Hey, yeah. So I definitely feel like
it sounded like they were being silly and like talking about things. But she was going off of his vibe, and like, who freaking hasn't done that? My husband and I, like, we have stolen like this barbecue sauce is so good when they have like the whole bottle there, taking barbecue sauces, and we laugh about it. And it's like,
Where is this at? Where are you stealing the barbecue sauce at?
That was actually in South Carolina, so all the barbecue is there.
Oh, good. That is great. When you find a good thing at a good restaurant and they don't sell it, you're like, I want this thing. I'm taking this with me. I can't tell you how many Outback Steakhouse steak knives I have at my house. Jade, what's up? Hi.
Hi, I think that is so funny, and he definitely should have thought that was funny, especially since he's the one that said something about it.
Yeah.
I would have thought it was hysterical. It's something that I do. We went up north one time, my girlfriend and I, and we were drinking wine at a wine tasting, and we just stole the wine glasses. We were drunk. We thought it was so funny. We, like, slipped them in our pocket. We probably weren't slick at all.
Wine glasses
They probably
are
knew
tough.
we did.
Yeah. How do you steal wine glasses in a
Were
purse?
they the stemless ones?
Yeah,
Like
it
the
was
little
the
ones?
stemless ones.
Oh, so those are-
They're not.
Oh,
yeah.
Shannon knows this. Shannon, how many do you have at
drinker.
Evelyn says that this is not funny what she was doing. Evelyn, you may be the only person that doesn't find this funny, or maybe you and Harrison. What's going on?
Because it's not funny. It's like, why would you steal the salt and pepper shakers on the first date? That's why he's going to look at you like that, okay? Even if it was a joke and he dared you, but still, you're a grown woman. Calm down.
But she's just having fun, and he's the one that told her to do it.
Why dare her then?
All the other callers said, me and my friends, me and my friends. You just met this man. I'm not going to think it's funny. I'm
Yeah.
going to look at you sideways.
But he dared her to do it. He told her to do it. Now all of a sudden he doesn't find it funny.
If I dare you to take your bra off and wave your boobs at the waiter, you going to do that too?
She might.
She's the grown woman.
That's my kind of girl right there. I don't know. I think that you can't all of a sudden say, hey, let's all do this stuff. And then she starts doing it and you're having fun after a night of drinks. And now all of a sudden you're like, I'm going to judge her for this whole deal. I think that's crazy. I love the things that people are stealing. Jenna, what did you guys steal?
I stole a coffee mug from a restaurant.
Which restaurant was this?
I don't even remember. It's up in Mount Pleasant. I can't say now. I don't want them to hear me. But.
No. Applause, but then
No.
I don't think they're gonna come after you.
No. I love that, by the way. Shannon, have you ever stolen anything from one of your favorite places that you'd like to go to?
Oh, God, probably. Well, I mean, anytime there's beautiful flowers at an event, I carry them. Yeah, I document it. I carry them out. I do not care. I know they're just going to go in the garbage.
Yeah. Jay, what have you stolen from restaurants?
I had my birthday, and I'd recently got into an accident, so I'm like in a leg brace and everything, and they fed me tequila shots, and I walked out with the sombrero. I actually crawled out. I was in four-wheel drive.
I love it. That's funny.
The sombrero, the margarita pitcher, glasses.
You took it all.
Take it all. You're ready for Cinco de Mayo next year. What's up, Nico? Hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
What's going on?
Not much. I just wanted to say, not to be rude, but this guy's a little uptight. I think the thing she should have stolen is his virginity. Because this
Crazy.
Come on.
Crazy work.
Because, like, I don't know, it's a bit of a harsh response.
You are vain. All right. Second date update on Mojo
This is
Morning.
the home of the dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right. Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas is brought to you by Gordon Chevrolet. My good friend Mike Porter listening this morning. Mike, we're excited for another summer here where we're giving away a brand new car. This year, a loaded Chevy Trax. If you haven't seen the 2025 Chevy Trax, this car looks amazing. Completely every option. You got it on this thing. And we're giving you a chance to win that or $20,000 cash. You choose 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. We're going to give you a $50 gas card to Kroger to go fuel up. It's brought to you by Green Flame Tequila, and we're going to qualify you to win a brand new car from Gordon Chevrolet. 844-MOJO Live.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon, we're going to get a look at you doing okay over there?
You guys,
What do you got?
it's so freaking annoying. Kev had it last week. I kind of had it last week, and it's
Is it
still going
allergies or
strong.
what is going on here?
I don't know, but I'm so sick of clearing my throat, and it's so gross. And I
One
apologize
big
if
one.
you. I try to turn off my mic every time I
Oh.
do it, but it's
One big one. Go. All right.
Go.
What's up in this dirty?
Okay, so I want to clear something up really quickly that I heard over the weekend. Remember last year we were talking about Hailey Bieber selling her beauty brand Rhode for $1 billion.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah, now I'm hearing it actually was a $400 million deal. Still not terrible. But it wasn't $1 billion. No equity in that for Hailey Bieber, only branding rights.
How did $1 billion get named after? Unless she has to pay like.
I think there
part
are
of it off?
other people involved in the deal,
Oh.
and they're taking pieces of that, so she is not getting that
Okay.
full $1 billion, if I understand it correctly.
She gets $400 million. And that's not too
400
shabby.
yeah. Lady Gaga has signed on to guest star in the Netflix series Wednesday. She's going to star season 2, part 2 as Rosalind Rotwood, a new Nevermore teacher who crosses paths with Wednesday, played by Jenna Ortega, of course. Season 2, part 1 set to premiere on August 6th, if you want to check her out. Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen is now a married man. He and Haley Steinfeld got married in California on Saturday after 2 years of dating. Very private, very intimate wedding. I'm sure there were celebrities there. I haven't even really heard who was there aside from, and I mentioned this morning very randomly, comedian Larry David made an appearance at this wedding, and people were going, why is he here? He's not even a Bills fan. In fact, he's a Jets fan, which makes it even stranger. But it turns out Larry is a client of Haley Steinfeld's dad, who's like a trainer in the LA area, and that's why he was at the wedding. I guess Elon Musk was walking around with a black eye at the end of last week. Did you guys see this?
He did it. He did his closeout press conference
And
as he
had
left
it.
Doge.
So everybody had theories on how he got this black eye. And the big joke was that he had been hanging out with the First Lady of France, Brigitte Macron, because you saw what she did to her husband last week coming off that airplane. But no, he said it was actually one of his kids who did that.
Yeah, no, I was just messing around with little X, and I said, go ahead, punch me in the face, and he did. Turns out even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did it?
Yeah.
X could do it. If you knew X, he
That's
could
with his
do it.
mom right now.
I don't know why you would tell your kid to punch you in the face, but
Off the ketamine.
Okay. And if you are a fan and have been a fan for years and years, it is coming, the final season of Stranger Things. We got the trailer over the weekend. Here it is.
I think about that night all the time. The night it came for you. The night all of this started.
I couldn't watch season 4. I couldn't watch the last season because
Really?
I think I got 2 episodes in and I was so scared.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God, I'm not
Netflix
caught
had
up.
a huge event. I think it's called Tudum or something like that. It's like their event to showcase all the new content that's going to be released. So you got
Yeah.
an updated trailer for Happy Gilmore 2, which I'm sure you
have
guys
that
are excited.
actually. Yep, I have that in here too. That dropped
By the way,
over the weekend.
I thought he was going to play it.
It's okay.
But yeah, Stranger Things is going to
No.
be released.
Did
in
you
like
want me to play it?
I thought it was a perfect segue. But
Where-
Stranger Things
which
is
one am
going to
I
be
playing? Happy
released in
Gilmore
like
2.
3 different.
How are you going to put Vienna through ballet school? It's $75,000 a year. That's 4 years. That's 333 grand.
That's terrible math, Johnny. It's 300 grand. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Let them see the happy I fell in love with.
Oh, beautiful. But yeah, Stranger Things 3 is going to be released in 3 different parts, which I'm not too excited about. And they're scheduling it around the later holidays. So you'll get one right around Thanksgiving, the second part on Christmas Day, and the final episode will be New Year's Eve.
Okay.
But a bunch of stuff was released. Lady Gaga is going to be in the new Wednesday.
Yeah, we talked about
Season
that.
2, that
Yeah.
was good.
So here's the thing.
Lots to look forward
We
to.
were talking about streaming platforms that you waste money on. I feel like I'm watching majority of my stuff on Netflix.
Oh, me too.
Like I feel like I'm not doing anything at all on Prime at all, unless
YouTube
it's
TV
sports.
and Netflix is pretty much all we watch.
See,
and
50
then-
Cent got me in a chokehold with Stars because he has content on there that's amazing. And BMF, which is shot after Big Meech and the whole Black Mafia family in Detroit, that's coming back out this Friday. So I got to have that.
But
and the size of banger, I got to put you on some shows.
But I feel like honestly, like Hulu and Prime and all those ones. I'm just kind of like not into it.
These stars has some programming, bro. Telling you.
I'm telling they need to, and this would be the thing. We need to go back to the day where you can have one platform and kind of have just like kind of like how we used to subscribe to HBO and stuff like that. Like you can have what you want and not have to have and do
But the add-ons were cheap. It was like $4 extra
it's like
bucks
you
or
can get
something.
3 of them. You can bundle 3
Yes.
together for a certain amount. But the problem is that all these guys are spending so much money on like, Happy Gilmore 2s and Stranger Things that it's costing too much money to do.
That's true.
All right, catch up on everything you missed by checking out the podcast. All you have to do is search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Miss something in the Dirty on the 30? Listen on our podcast now at mojointhemorning.com.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right. Giving you a chance to win a brand new car this summer. Shelby is on with us right now as our winner this hour. Congratulations, Shelby.
Yeah, Shelby.
Thank you.
Well, oh, Shelby, I
Thank
like
y'all.
that. What's going on?
You thought it was going to sound
What's
different,
going
huh?
on, man?
We got a guy named Shelby. I like it. Is Shelby for short, or is Shelby your name? And are you named after like a family member, or what is it?
Yeah, Shelby's my government name. My granddad was named Shelby. My grandma's name
I like
Shelby,
it.
and now I'm here.
Your granddad
Thank
and
you.
your grandma?
Yes.
Wow.
Wait a second. Grandma and Grandpa are both named Shelby. They married each other.
Yes, you have to.
Oh, my God.
I know, but
They're
that's
both named Shelby.
but that's pretty wild though that a Shelby met a Shelby. That's like not a common name
unique
to have. Like you date
Yeah.
the same person.
And they're both from down south, too.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations to you, buddy. Shelby the third, then we got here on the phone with us. We're setting you up. Brand new car could be yours this summer. A 2025 Chevy Trax for $20,000 cash. It's all brought to you by Gordon Chevrolet. We got a $50 gas card to Kroger, courtesy of Green Flame Tequila that we're going to give you.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, Shelby.
Hang on the
you.
phone. We'll talk to you in a second off
Shelby,
the air.
you a first time, long time?
It's got to be.
This is my first time.
Yeah, Shelby on the phone.
It's got to be. Hang on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
Don't miss this.
Mojo in the Morning.
All right, when we come back here next on the Mojo in the Morning Show, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with more than an hour commercial-free of Mojo in the Morning. I want to get a recap from Shannon on the graduation. I saw the beautiful picture of all you guys on social media. So I want to talk about that. And then I want to get into Kev with you. My whole life is here. What is that topic? You want to give a quick tease?
Stay tuned.
All right. That's all I need? Is that?
That's it.
All right. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Got to get.
Mojo in the Morning on iHeartRadio.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
8:41. We are at 55 degrees, getting up to 81 today, and lots of sunshine out on the streets. We do have a closure because of an accident in Macomb. M59 eastbound at Hayes is closed right now. Avoid the area. You're going to see some stop-and-go traffic from Shaner. That traffic signal that was knocked down still causing a major issue. 8 Mile both directions at Novi Road. Some slow traffic 94 eastbound between Livernois and 75. More slow go 94 westbound between Harper Ave and Mount Elliott Street, and construction slowing things down in Monroe, US 23 northbound between US 223 and Ida West Road. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Thursday in the morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Payday. Hardworking people need a hardworking candy bar. Packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel, Payday is definitely working hard for you. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it.
Make summer planning a breeze with Kroger and their one-stop shop for everything that you need. Enjoy the convenience your way with pickup, delivery, or shopping in the store, and save time and money with the Kroger app featuring coupons, exclusive deals, and rewards that come right off when you're paying your bill. The beauty is now with kids getting done with school, you're going to need some last-minute items, maybe for their end-of-the-year parties or teachers' gifts. Kroger's got gift cards galore. Why not stop into Kroger, where fresh is for everyone?
The city.
Las Vegas.
Vegas, make some noise!
The event.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Live. Welcome. One stage.
2 nights. The biggest stars in music return this September.
To make history.
The world's biggest artists are taking this stage.
Stream live only on Hulu.
I said, woo!
Listen right here as the star-studded lineup is revealed tomorrow morning.
At 8.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
Summer savings are here at Going Gone by Dick's Sporting Goods. Score up to 70% off styles from top brands like Nike, Adidas, Jordan, Kalia, and more. Discover new markdowns at arrivals every week. Hurry in and save big on summer styles at your Going Gone.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
There's the sound you hear when you're biting into that day-old pizza. You hope it's just the crust until you feel that cracked tooth. Ooh. At Brightside Dental, we have same-day emergency service. Call 1-800-PAINLESS or visit brightsidedental.com.
Summer is here and BetMGM Casino is bringing you the hottest online casino experience. Heat things up with a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house using bonus code WKQIFM at sign up. Play your favorite games like blackjack and roulette with a live dealer, or check out our exclusive slots like MGM Grand Millions and the Wizard of Oz. The thrills of BetMGM Casino are always available right from the palm of your hand. Download the BetMGM Casino app today and get a piece of the action. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus, Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
Hey there, Detroit. It's Kev here. Want to let you know about Total Wireless. They are the wireless provider that is truly in your corner. You see, Total Wireless has unlimited phone plans starting at $25 a month per line when you get 4 lines. But the best part, Total Wireless is running on the #1 network in Detroit, so you get unlimited data that never slows you down. I mean, what are you waiting for? Stop by your nearest store today. In times of traffic, your data may be temporarily slower. Additional terms apply. Rankings based on Root Metrics Detroit Root Score Report first half 2025.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to TopDogLaw.com. That's TopDogLaw.com.
You know, I've been getting the same bowl from Chipotle since I was in high school. Steak bowl, white rice, extra black beans. It's a very basic bowl. But Chipotle honey chicken, when I saw that on the menu, oh my God, I had to give it a shot. It's Jed from The Joe Show, and I can't tell you how much I love Chipotle's honey chicken. It's got the perfect amount of spice, the perfect amount of sweetness to it. So do yourself a favor, get on in, try the Chipotle honey chicken because it's only here for a limited time, and you've got to try it. Order however you'd like at your Chipotle restaurant, on the Chipotle app, or Chipotle.com.
Home means something different to everyone. But with Rocket Mortgage, home can mean even more. It can mean a college education, taming your high-interest debt, even a renovation. We've made it easier than ever to use your home equity. That home you worked so hard for, now it can work hard for you. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC, licensed in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org, number 3030.
It's time to take a spin on the new Fanatics Casino app. We're dropping $2 million in fan cash. So every week, you can play for a chance to win your share of $250,000. Flip your fan cash into casino credit, bonus bets, exclusive apparel, and so much more. Get 500 free spins on Cash Eruption when you wager just $10. Join America's fastest growing online casino. Terms apply. Download the Fanatics Casino app now. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
More Mojo in seconds.
Going through a divorce is extremely overwhelming, and I want to shout out Goldman and Associates law firm, because if that's something that you're walking through right now, they are here to help you through it. They want you to be happy, of course. They want you to find balance, and they want you to be able to feel like you can move forward through this thing. Life after the divorce matters, especially if kids are involved. It is so important to Goldman that the process is easy and as stress-free for not only you, but for your kids as possible as well. Goldman and Associates, you can find them online at choosegoldman.com.
This report is sponsored by Hagopian Cleaning Services.
Lots of sunshine and a high of 82 today. Tomorrow, more sunshine and temps in the mid to high 80s.
Give your rugs the expert cleaning they deserve. Hi, this is Ed Hagopian. A thorough cleaning makes a huge impact on how your rugs look and feel. Bring your rugs to us and we'll get them Hagopian clean. To find a convenient location near you, go to hagopianclean.com.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Brightside Dental.
What if you stopped worrying about being wanted and focused on what you want? Voiceover is Hope Woodard's bold, funny, and unfiltered podcast about dating, love, sex, and self-discovery, rooted in her decision to go voiceover and prioritize herself. Listen, laugh, and discover yourself.
I know my voice. I know myself. I have more self-esteem than I ever have. Why am I letting people decide if they like me while we're dating?
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search voiceover, and listen now.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, judgment-free and just $15 a month.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
You made it through high school, but let's be honest, your TikTok dances got more views than your grades got A's.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
Mojo in the Morning show. A lot of high school graduations over the weekend. Yesterday was a big day for them. Shannon, you guys had one in your family too. How was it?
It was so great. Shout out to the class of 2025 at Lutheran North. They had their ceremony. We were there cheering on Wes's son, my stepson, Kieran. But they had their ceremony at the Macomb Community College Center for the Performing Arts, which was a beautiful venue, by the way. Great ceremony. It wasn't super long, you guys, about an hour and a half. It was like a church service, and then they did the ceremony. But it was so cool to see him, to hear his name, and to see him walk across the stage and hear all the jerks that still screamed and clapped and made noise, even though they said, please don't do that after each name is called so that every family can hear their child's name. But
it's always the large Italian family that does that. It's either the large Italian family or, not going to lie, it's the black family.
That's a fact. We love
They
ours.
always go crazy.
Hey, look, y'all
They
be
do it.
white and quiet.
They all do it, and then they don't understand that the kid that's right after with Simon Johnson never gets his
family didn't hear his
Nobody
name.
hears his name.
Do not blame my family. Blame the person calling the name. Say that boy name again.
Well,
say Simon's name again.
It's
That's
always
his fault.
It's always, and I'm not just saying it's just black families, but it is the Italian families too in our family. It's the Lucidos. The Lucidos go crazy. It's like the Lucidos is like, we're happy that
I think
you
he had a Lucido
graduated.
graduate yesterday with him too.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so funny you say that.
Yeah, they get loud. So how was?
No, it was great. Everybody, I posted pictures yesterday, and everybody was DMing asking if the kids had iPads with them during the ceremony. And it actually turned out I only had Smith with me because Luce had, if you have a kid that plays lacrosse, you know this was like the final weekend of all the Lex Jam and Lex Bash and all the, championship games. Her team, we thought she was going to be done on Saturday. Her team ended up continuously winning.
Oh, they advanced.
And then, so she was going to the championship. We watched a game Sunday morning before the graduation ceremony, and they won. So she was going to the championships. So Wes was like, you are playing in the championship, which of course she really wanted to do. So she wasn't with me, but Smith came.
I take it they lost.
They won.
Why you say that then?
That's amazing.
They won the
What are you waiting
whole
on?
thing.
Say
Yeah,
that.
I know. Shout
That's
out to her
huge.
team.
Let's go,
It was
Lucy.
awesome. She was so excited. But so Smith was with me, and I didn't even have a choice to bring the iPad because he left it at his dad's house. So I'm like, oh my God. I packed so many snacks. I'm like, worst case scenario. And I said to him, Bubby, you can have my phone. Like, if you need my phone, you can have my phone. Well, then we get there, and I said, but not during the church part, because it's a Lutheran school. Obviously, there's a hour-long church service at the beginning. I'm like, you can't have it during the church part. So we get through the church part, and he was actually really good.
That's great.
And I'm thinking, I can't really give it to him anyway, even if I had the iPad, but even my phone, because it was dark in there.
Oh, so you could see the light.
Yeah.
It's like in a movie.
Wasn't dark. It was dark in there. It wasn't bright, so like you would see, that he had what he was doing on YouTube or whatever. Thank God.
When they graduate at Lutheran North, is it like some of the schools where the kids who are like the smart kids all get these ropes to wear around their necks and stuff around their
I don't think anybody had anything. I don't think they did tassels, or I don't know what they're called.
Cum laude vibe.
They had everybody who was National Honor Society stand up at the beginning, and that was really it.
At the boys' school that they went to, the kids who were like the smart kids all had ropes, and my kids didn't. Actually, one did. Jacob did. Jacob had a couple. But so you kind of like go, oh, okay, there's the smart kids, and okay, there's the kids that just barely got through. And the funniest was Joe, when he graduated from Notre Dame Prep, all his pictures had him wearing like 8,000 of those tassels around his neck because he would take all of his smart friends. He'd go up to all the smart kids and he'd say, hey, can I wear them? And he would wear the thing. So
I mean, we were all spread out with where we were sitting too. So like Smith and I were sitting in the very, very back. Which was totally fine because obviously Wes and then my stepdaughter Samantha and Kieran's girlfriend sat together, and then Kieran's mom and stepdad sat elsewhere, and the grandparent, they had us all split up, which was weird.
That's interesting. I was wondering how they do that with like divorced families. Like, do you get tickets all in the same area, or is it tough when you have that many people?
They split us up. I think Kieran had to get tickets from maybe some other friends of his, to get extra tickets for all of us to be able to go. And then, but it was so funny too, because Smith and I sat behind a guy, and there's always one who recorded the entire graduation ceremony on his phone. So he had his phone up the whole damn time.
Was he recording it for the school, or who was he recording it for?
No, I think he had
a kid graduating?
Either a kid or a niece or nephew,
and he recorded it on his phone. He had that much memory on his phone,
start to finish.
Wow!
At least it wasn't the iPad. That's the one that killed me.
Is that like the people that do it with the iPad? They look like they're holding up like a cafeteria tray, And then
they have the cover that's like flipped out, so it's like a 32.
You can't see around them.
Right?
Well, then Smith's like, Mom, you got to help him. It's really blurry. Like, poor guy.
But why is it? I don't understand what you're doing with that. Like, it's the same people that go to these concerts and they film the whole concert. And I'm like going, are you really going to go back and listen to that Kendrick Lamar, like hidden tracks? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I get if you're going to tape like a little bit of Not Like Us or something like that, but you're taping like some random songs and stuff.
I've done this a lot, and typically if I don't upload it to my story that night or the next morning,
you're not doing it.
I'm never doing
the
it.
next day.
But then I will say I'm not deleting it either until I get the notification that pops up. I'm lacking stories, and I'm trying to scroll all the way up, and I see I got Drake footage from 2 years ago.
My hope is that the people that videotape concerts and do that one thing that they actually do need a video of, they can't get it because their phone says they're out of memory.
Yeah.
I did notice, so you posted a picture on Mojo in the morning, and then I saw on Cupcake Shannon, your personal, I saw that you posted more pictures.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to kind of see, and it's interesting because I think I've seen what Wes's ex looks like, which, by the way, she's a very attractive lady. I was intrigued.
Everybody was commenting, which I think is so funny. Wes has a type.
She definitely, you guys look like you guys could be. She looks like her daughter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sam is her twin.
She and Sam. Yeah.
We're both petite brunettes.
Yeah. You guys, look at you guys. But then the funny thing is, he's got a type, but she doesn't, because her guy and Wes don't look anything.
Yeah.
They opposite.
Honestly, I'd have a hard time with that.
What you mean? If you look different?
If Chelsea and I got divorced and the next guy she dates
looks totally opposite
different.
of you?
Yeah.
You don't think that's how it should be?
I would feel like the whole time we were married together, she wouldn't have been attracted to me.
Like, oh, this is what you really like.
Like, just to kind of, you can see it on Shannon's page, but Wes is a He's a
shorter guy.
He's a petite little man.
Don't say petite.
And
you
then
can't
this
call
guy,
a grown man
and then
petite.
this guy is like big burly dude. Like he's like
Frank's big.
Like
he's a big guy. He's a cop.
Like Frank, I would want Frank protecting me.
He's
if
a
we
cop.
were in a fight, would he?
He's a cop. Yeah.
Oh, I want Frank as my protector. Although Wes has the skills of doing the ninja warrior.
American Got the best of both worlds.
Yep.
Maybe that's what it is. She
Have they
likes
ever gotten in a
protectors.
fight with each other? Can we see what?
No.
See.
They actually get along really well.
Do they really?
Yeah, we all went out to dinner together after.
Did you really?
Yeah. Yep.
Do you ever pull her aside and say?
Her and I sat next to each other.
Do you complain about him at all?
Complain about him.
I mean, Wes is the butt of a lot of jokes.
Do you
Everybody piles on Wes.
Do you ever like pull aside and does she ever say to you, he's still leaving his underwear all over the place or anything?
Well, no, Wes's thing, he's like, you guys are never allowed to hang out without me present. So it's probably a good rule.
You know what I would do, honestly? If God forbid, I hate to even say this, but if I ever got divorced and if I found out that my wife was like, banging 7 nights a week, 3 times a day, I would be like so angry. Like I would seriously be so upset. I would be like, if I said, because it wasn't happening with us. Do you know how
We do
upset I
not
would be?
talk about that. But
I would be like, wouldn't you be upset if you found out that your ex all of a sudden was with a guy that was skinnier and better looking than you, and then having sex multiple times a day and hanging from the ceiling?
I've also never hung from a ceiling.
Well, I don't know, bro.
I'd be upset.
I feel like, I don't know, they couldn't be happy if that's what they was doing. It's got to wear off.
It's got to get old fast.
Yeah, they trying to do something.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations.
It was a great day. It was a great weekend. It was a very busy weekend. It was a great weekend.
It's funny is kids are different. Like, you know what I mean? Like my kids didn't even want to go to their graduation from high school.
That's crazy.
And to me, it's one of those things where I think later in life you look back on it and you go, like Luke was hanging out with all of his high school friends yesterday. Yeah. So he had a bunch of friends that were over at his buddy Jack's house. And he came home and I said to him, I go, how was it? What was it? Because there was a bunch of kids and girls that he went to school with. And he goes, there's just something about the people that you grow up with.
Yeah.
And that knew you when you were like the little scrawny, goofy kid and stuff. And he said, it just felt like home. Like it was very cool for them to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I hated high school. I went to an all-guys Catholic school. We had 500 in our graduating class.
Are you kidding me?
And I hated it. Oh, we had a huge class. I couldn't stand it. But now, looking back on it and seeing how it was and how bad my high school experience was, because it was 4 years of honestly, I felt like I was in the military. But I look back on it now and go, God, I wish I would have enjoyed it more. So if there's any
high school.
He loved. I know you had a great. You went to a great school.
I had a great high school experience.
Yeah, you had a school though that like we had rules upon rules. Yeah, I had to wear a tie every day and stuff. What's up, Melissa? Hi.
Hi there. First time, long time.
Hey, what's on the phone?
Hi there. I had to call in about my boys, or I had to reach out about my boys and graduation. My oldest son, he graduated with honors. He got his rope.
Yeah.
And this was like 10 years ago. And my other son, he earned it. And a year later, his brother graduated. He didn't earn his rope, but he stole his brother's.
Okay, wait, that's so funny. And wore him?
He walked across the stage. He did.
Did anybody say anything? Like, did the school know that he wasn't supposed to have those ropes?
Well, I'm sure they were staring at him as he walked across the stage.
You know what?
I was so embarrassed and proud at the same time.
And let me just say this to you, Melissa. Both kids, I'm sure, are your prides and joys. The second kid, I don't know what his name is. That kid's going to be the kid that's going to be like the next, Matt Ishby or Dan Gilbert. He's the guy he's the rich guy. He's the DeVos. He's the, the Myers. He's the rich family. He's going to figure out a way to do it, right?
He is.
He steals his way to the top. We love it.
He's so smart.
I love it.
Very smart.
Thanks.
He loves it, or he saves all his money.
What's he doing nowadays? Is he in jail?
No, he works for the police department.
Oh, there you go. Close. All right.
Yep.
All right.
He catches them.
Thank you, Melissa. Appreciate you. Take care.
Thanks.
All right, bye.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon, Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. Kev, what's going on, man? My whole life is here.
Yeah, so I had an amazing event at Total Wireless in Clinton Township on Harper Avenue. Big shout out to the team there. They had pizza, fun, food, games, and the whole 9. Met some great listeners. And there was one guy who was outside trying to explain to a woman that he worked with about the Mojo in the Morning show. And
so she wasn't a listener. She just came there to shop? Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So once he told me that he was explaining to her, I was like, well, let me go out there and explain to her. Let me tell her who I am, tell her about our show and kind of the things that we do. And during the course of our conversation, I realized she was from Chicago. So I'm like, okay, well, what are you doing here? She's like, oh, I moved here. I'm like, okay, well, what made you move here? She was like, my ex-husband. I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. I don't want to dig too deep, but like, what's going on? She was like, I lived in Chicago. I came here. We dated for 19 years, married for 13. Then we got a divorce, and my whole life is here, and this is all I know. I didn't want to move back home. I was like, damn, what is that like? Because I couldn't imagine picking up and leaving my everything, being married to someone in a whole new state and city that I don't really know anybody in, making this my home for over a decade, and then divorcing a person that I've known, and then now I'm just stuck here.
Huh.
That happens a ton.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
It happened at Chelsea. I mean, or not Chelsea, but Chelsea moved here without having anybody here.
But y'all still together, though.
Yeah, but so are you saying that if you divorced, if you moved somewhere, like say that you moved to another place because of your spouse had a job or whatever, or their family was there.
Yeah.
The moment you get divorced, if you have kids, you just don't, you can't just
They didn't have kids.
They had no kids.
They don't have kids at all.
Wow.
Now, me, I'm not going to say I'm a social butterfly, but I think I would have my own set of friends, or it wouldn't be hard for me to like go outside of whatever relationship it is that I have with my spouse and kind of quote unquote make my own life. For her, she was like, I don't have anyone.
Wow.
So it was like, ugh, like, what are you just doing? You just go to work and go home type of vibe?
Yeah.
Like,
So that was Wes. He lived in Canada, was born and raised in Canada, met his ex-wife who was from here. So when they got married, he moved here, became an American citizen. They had their kids. Well, then they got divorced. And the kicker is when they got divorced, Wes was single for a little while, but then he had this idea of he was going to split his time between Michigan and warm weather, like Arizona or something. And so the way that he and his ex-wife share the kids, like he could go out there for chunks of days at a time, work, get some sunshine and come back. And then, so that's what he was going to do. He was about to do. And then he met me. Then I really threw a wrench into the equation. So now he's really stuck here.
yeah.
So he was.
Do you know what I mean? He's not going back to Canada, and he's definitely not getting, whatever, a place in Arizona, which is his dream.
He had no interest in going back to Canada, huh?
Well, his kids were here, and mom was here, so.
Can't just leave.
And he took such pride in becoming an American citizzen because he married this American woman. So.
Is there anybody listening to the show right now that was forced to move here, wherever here is? Did somebody bring you? I always think it's interesting whenever I hear, and we've had this with War of the Roses, where people will, marry somebody and then move them to the destination, and then they get divorced within a short time of them marrying, and then to sit there and go, wow. Now what do I do? Do I move back?
Or if you're not married. There are so many that really go out on a limb and take such a huge risk of following a boyfriend who got a new job going, okay, there's no commitment. We're not engaged. We're not married, but I love this person so much. So I'm going to go.
844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. I will tell you this, that when Chelsea and I first got here and first moved back to the Midwest, because I was from the Midwest, she was from Arizona, we actually struggled the most probably in the first year that we lived here. she was going to move back to Arizona. And I think that was the proximity of her moving and then taking the kids and moving back and me having a job here probably is the only thing that kept us together at that time. Like that we had to really kind of force, but that was going to be tough. Like that was going to be that was a tough go because I started right away, I told our boss at the time, Steve Schramm, I said, hey, I think I got to move back to Arizona because I think Chelsea's going to, leave me and we're going to go back. And I think honestly, her taking the kids and moving away from their dad probably is the only thing that saved our marriage at that time. Thank God. What's up, Sarah? Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's going on?
I feel like I had to call in because this actually happened to my cousin's girlfriend. She moved all the way from Hawaii to be with him here in Michigan.
Oh, my gosh.
So it's a little bit far.
And are they still together?
No, they broke up, but she has 2 kids with him. So she's got to stay.
So she's got to stay? Boy, she got the short end of the stick twice. God. Hawaii, though, would be an interesting place to live, though. I don't know if I could live in Hawaii. I'd have island fever.
She probably cold.
Yeah.
I know he met her on vacation and somehow convinced her to move all the way here to be with him. We never understood it.
Does she wear sweatshirts on 80-degree days because she is always cold?
I mean, she's lived here for so long. She's probably like adjusted now, but she's so wonderful. She really is the sweetest.
Yeah, that's nice.
Aloha.
I couldn't imagine the opposite of that. Like I couldn't imagine moving to Hawaii. You
couldn't?
Because at least in Michigan, you can drive to places. In Hawaii, you're stuck. You're stuck on an island. And the the people that I've been to Hawaii once, and the closest that you are to anything is probably California or whatever. So that's still a 3-hour flight or something, isn't it? It's a long ways away. Texture here says, Kevin, you're speaking about me. My husband moved us to Michigan for a job in the auto industry, got fired from his job, then we got divorced. Now I'm having to sit here in Michigan and live. Another one from Ohio, same situation almost. Moved to Ohio, moved to Toledo for their spouse, and then their spouse cheated on them with his high school sweetheart.
Oh, my God.
That's even worse. Brittany, what's up? Hi.
Good morning. So I'm similar to Shannon and Wes. I moved down here because, I'm from Michigan originally, and I moved down here because I wanted, just a change of pace or whatever, but then I was going to move back within a year, and then I met my husband down here, and I've been down here for 12 years. I enjoy it now, but I hated it at first, and, I could not wait to go back home. And now every couple years I'm actually coming home in 2 weeks, and I'm sometimes I still miss it. Sometimes I wish he would move up there with me, but I get it, and I stay because he's happy here. He's established here.
Yeah.
But I miss Michigan. I miss home, so I get it.
Wow, but you're in Florida. If you are going to whine about Florida,
we go to Disney all the time. So
where in Florida are you?
So we're in Haines City, which is the central part of the state, and we're 45 minutes from Disney. So I go to Disney just to work and walk around.
Wow. Listen,
I know.
Guess what? Michigan ain't so pure. I'll take sunshine and blue skies in January.
Well, I want to see you guys when I come up there, so I'm excited.
Come by and say hi to us. Yeah, please.
Don't come for us.
What's up, Madeline? Hi.
Hi. Not my first time, but long time.
We love you.
Madison, welcome back.
I love you guys. Thanks.
We love you.
So
We love you too.
Originally from Berkeley, Michigan. My husband and I live out in Seattle now, so I'm kind of a little biased when it comes to this. But my friend out here in Seattle, she is moving in a few weeks to go with her boyfriend who just moved to Chicago. And I don't think it's a good idea. They've only been together just barely over a year.
Yeah.
And I haven't told, I don't think I should tell her, and she's going to learn. But I know I'm biased too because I moved out to Seattle with my boyfriend at the time, and we weren't married and we weren't even engaged, but we were together for a little over 3 years. So I know I'm have my own perspective too. But
That's interesting. So you're trying to talk her out, even though you had to do the same exact thing. That's a tough move. That's not like you're moving. It's not like going to Wisconsin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seattle's a little
she
further.
doesn't know anybody. Yeah. So she's going to be like super alone. Doesn't even have a job lined up. So I'm nervous.
Scary,
and the weather's different too. You got all that. They always talk about the rainy weather out in Seattle, but I don't know. I'll tell you what. You do it for love, right, Desiree? You do it for love.
Exactly.
Where did you move from?
That's what happened. I moved here from Naperville, Illinois.
Okay.
So I moved here to be with my now husband, but at the time we had only been dating for about 6 months. So coming here, not knowing anybody, I have a big family back home, so leaving them was hard, and now we have 2 kids. So
and you can't have Giordano's pizza anytime you want to.
No, we can't.
I know.
So it's been rough, but
We're good though. We're good people.
Here, so
we love
it's
you.
good.
We're welcoming you here.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Naperville's a nice place. That's a beautiful community. My family lives not that far from there.
Okay.
It's great.
We'll take the megabus together. I mentioned the megabus last week, and somebody goes, "Have you ever been on the megabus?" I go, "Are you crazy? There ain't no way." My kids have been though. My kids have been on it, going back to college when they went to Chicago. Alexis, hi.
Hi, how are you guys?
What's up,
Good morning.
Alexis, by the way, I just read your thing. It says, "I'm stuck in Toledo." What happened?
Yeah, so I was planning on moving to Texas after I lost my parents and ended up meeting my child's father, and we had like a one-night stand, and now I'm stuck here.
Oh.
I love my daughter, though. I do. I do want to say I love my daughter. She's the best thing ever, but I cannot stand Toledo.
That's a crazy thing to think about. Like, you have zero plans, zero relationship, and then you get pregnant just because of a one-night stand, and the entire trajectory of changes of your life.
Do you know the funniest thing?
Yeah, it's crazy. I was on my way, and now I'm stuck. And hopefully in the future, though, I'll be able to leave with her, go to Texas.
The funniest thing is Chelsea, being an Arizona girl, moved to Michigan, and we moved in February, and we had to lie to her and tell her that winter was only January, February, and March, and it was over with then. So April the 15th, we had one of the biggest snowstorms the year that we moved, and she calls me at work and says, "It's snowing like crazy outside," and we said we lied. That was it.
Had Google back then?
Well, she kind of at that point realized she was done, hook, line, and sinker in the deal. So, but now guess what? Now she loves Michigan.
That's right.
She's in Florida right now. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Channel 955.
It's Mojo in the mornings. Motor City traffic.
9:16, 58 degrees right now, sunshine, and temperatures getting up to about 81 today. 8 Mile both directions at Novi Road. A traffic signal was knocked down. You are going to want to avoid that area. Definitely a situation. M59 eastbound at Hayes, an accident causing some stop and go traffic from Shaner. Another accident blocking the right lane. 75 southbound at Clark Street, and some more slow traffic 94 eastbound between Livernois and John R. That's your Channel 955 traffic on the morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by Starbucks.
The Starbucks Summer Berry Refresher is officially back. Bold notes of raspberry, blueberry, and blackberry shaken with ice and poured over raspberry-flavored pearls. Try it with lemonade or coconut milk. Available for a limited time. Your Summer Berry Refresher is ready at Starbucks.
Oh, my God. If you're somebody that is paying rent every single month and it's basically just 4 walls and a closet, I want you guys to listen up. The perennial Corktown, nestled in the heart of Detroit's most iconic neighborhood, where cobblestone streets and beautiful architecture are right there. Dining, entertaining, everything is right there. You could be living in the perennial Corktown. I want you to go look at their great places to live. Studio to 1 and 2 bedroom residences that have tons of great amenities to go along with you living there and paying your rent every single month. I can't believe how many times people will pay for something and they don't even have parking. You get parking with this. Plus, you get to know that you're living in a community where there's people just like you. Go to FHSliving.com to see the perennial Corktown. That's FHSliving.com and live better.
This summer, we crank up the AC in your brand new car. It's Mojo's Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas. Listen for your chance to get in. This will be the best summer ever. Thanks to Green Flame Tequila. Fuel your flame. Mojo's Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas is driven by Gordon Chevrolet on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Call 1-800-CALL-SAM because we're Michigan's most experienced personal injury law firm.
Get top-of-the-class catering from Qdoba to celebrate your grad. Customize a hot bar so everyone can build their own bowls, nachos, and salads with their favorite flavors. We'll even deliver and set up for a stress-free celebration. Order for your grad party at qdoba.com/catering.
Citizens, since we each upgraded to Xfinity in our homes, the Wi-Fi has been booming. It's fair to say our town has officially become a boomtown.
Mayor, will I be able to drop into multiplayer gaming battles with low lag?
The lag won't be an issue, but your questionable skills may be.
And what if I have hundreds of devices on the Wi-Fi? Purely hypothetical.
Seems like a lot, but sure, hundreds of devices all booming together with the Xfinity Gateway. Yes, friends and neighbors, with Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
The Wi-Fi isn't the only thing that's booming. Now get the most reliable Wi-Fi and our best-in-class equipment for one consistent price for 5 years guaranteed. All in. Plus, get unlimited data included and no annual contract. All with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024. Actual speeds vary.
The best part about HFC is the community. The support that I've received from faculty and students alike has been outrageous. And I feel like that is what's most important, and like that gives us as students confidence to continue.
When COVID hit, I had already been thinking about making a career pivot, and HFC allowed me to come back to college. If it looks big and scary, just take the step. It's not. Start where you are now and change your stars.
Join us today at hfcc.edu. Henry Ford College. Future driven. It's time to take a spin on the new Fanatics Casino app. We're dropping $2 million in fan cash. So every week, you can play for a chance to win your share of $250,000. Flip your fan cash into casino credit, bonus bets, exclusive apparel, and so much more. Get 500 free spins on Cash Eruption when you wager just $10. Join America's fastest growing online casino. Terms apply. Download the Fanatics Casino app now. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog gets you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
When it comes to restoring cars, Diego's got skills. And with Total Wireless in his corner, the whole world sees them. With the dual camera system on his new iPhone 13, he can take amazing car photos and post them on the fly with super fast 5G, and even turn this hobby into a full-time gig. His claim to fame? Claiming iPhone 13 with 5G on us. Get iPhone 13 with 5G on us when you switch to the Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan. Total Wireless, in your corner. For limited time while supplies last. Valid in store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires port in and ID verification. Restrictions apply.
Thinking about buying or selling a home, but worried it's going to take all the fun out of summer? Don't sweat it. RE/MAX agents are voted the #1 most trusted real estate agents in the U.S. and have the knowledge and expertise to help you find your dream home or sell your current home so you can focus on sunshine and not the stress. Whether you're making a move or finding your forever home, trust RE/MAX to get the job done. Visit RE/MAX.com to search for homes or an agent near you. RE/MAX voted the #1 most trusted real estate agency brand by American shoppers based on the 2024 BrandSpark American Trust Study. Each office independently owned and operated.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out?
It's Spruce, the new hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Weeds die by the next day. Find Spruce wherever weed killers are sold.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
More Mojo in seconds.
I was telling you guys about Jessica and her incredible experience with Sono Bello. Then listener after listener started sharing their experience with us, and it keeps getting better. Here's one. The results not only have been fantastic, my confidence and energy levels are improving. The staff, oh my goodness, I've never seen such a caring and compassionate group of professionals. And here's a quick one from Nicole. Amazing. You are all so amazing. Stories like this make Sono Bello the absolute best. We all know Sono Bello doctors are the experts in advanced micro laser fat removal, but their team is simply the best. In just one visit, you can get rid of that stubborn fat just in time for warm weather. That means feeling amazing all summer with beautiful natural curves. Advanced micro laser fat removal is the permanent solution, and Sono Bello doctors are the experts. Right now, they are running a spring savings event, so schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/radio. That's sono, BELLO.com/radio. This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Goldman & Associates Law Firm.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios with over 50 Metro Detroit locations and just $15 a month. Mojo's Summer of Cars, Cash, and Gas is driven by Gordon Chevrolet in Garden City. Your chance to win happens in minutes on Mojo in the Morning.
All right, it is Mojo in the Morning. I'm going to stand for a second because my arm is bothering me. I can take this thing off, the sling off, when I am at home. And it's been so nice just to be able to like sit there with the sling off. But at work, they want me to have it on because they worry that I talk too much with my arms and my hands.
Well, and also, I can't believe how many people will come up to you here. I watch it happen and slap you.
It's craziness.
Does it feel like, how good does it feel when you get to take it out the sling, though?
I feel so good. Like, I feel like, honestly, this is no joke, but I feel like you feel when you can take your clothes off and run around your house naked and there's nobody home.
Take the bra off. You're taking the bra off.
You know, like the bra. Well, I can't imagine being a big-breasted woman and having to have a bra on, you know? So,
it's,
you know how you hear the stories
for small-breasted women as well.
Well, you know how you have that story about how, like, when people get home, they automatically will take their clothes off, like their work clothes off, and they'll run in the house and they'll just, you know, be naked. This is actually a good time for that. That's a good topic. We should ask that question. How soon when you get home are your clothes off? Like, is there any people that on the ride home take their clothes off?
No
like
way.
Like if you have a uniform or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, unless you like have one of those pull-in garages, I feel like you could get naked, but you can't just.
Yeah, but you're not driving in your car in your underpants.
Yeah.
Do you remember when COVID happened?
Yeah.
Chelsea used to make me take my clothes off in the garage because we were all brainwashed into the fact that if you walked in with your work clothes on, we're going to bring COVID into your house.
Nobody knew.
We were all crazed. So she would make me I'd have to take off my clothes and I'd be sitting there in my garage. And then the worst was all of a sudden the door would start opening up because somebody would be opening the door on the other side or like a car, like she'd be pulling in. I'd be like, hey, wait a second, I'm in my underwear.
I kind of do that now. I don't, for some reason, I think within the past like month or two, I don't like sitting or laying on my couch with my pants on.
Really?
Yeah, so I take them out, either be in my drawers or I go get some shorts.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
I right away, especially if I'm taking a nap, will come in and put on like sweatpants.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep my same shirt on, but I have to put on sweatpants.
Yeah, same.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. Just a random survey. How soon do you take your clothes off when you get home from work? And are there any people that undress in the car on their way home? What's up, Ann? You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Ann. How quick is that bra coming off?
I used to take my bra off in the car when I was in college. I was in college full time. I was working full time. So I had that bra on, you know, like maybe felt like 20 hours. So I used to take it off the car. But over the years, I've found more comfortable bras.
Okay.
So I don't do that anymore. And I don't have as long days anymore either. So,
Ann, do you wear a uniform to work? Because I think people who wear uniforms, probably the last thing in the world they want is to have that uniform on still.
No, I do not wear a uniform.
Yeah. Like if I'm somebody that works at McDonald's, you know what I mean? And I'm driving home smelling like a French fry, the last thing in the world I want to do is smell like a freaking French fry, right?
But that would mean you'd have to take all your clothes off.
Oh, I would.
All your clothes would smell like a...
I'd bring a pair of sweatpants with me, and I'd change in the bathroom, the McDonald's bathroom. Brianna, what's going on? It's Mojo in the Morning. How are you?
I'm good.
What's happening, Brianna? I'm about to undress right now. I'm feeling like I need to. I want to put on my Viore sweatpants, and I want to just sit down in front of the couch, finish watching a little TV? What's up?
Viore, let's Google that.
No, son, I am actually one of those big-breasted women.
Yeah, there we go. Come on.
I took my bra off.
Let's go. Vigo Lottie.
Yeah, so I once took my bra off, actually probably more than once, while driving home because I absolutely just couldn't take it anymore. Like, you don't know what it's like to have to carry these things around all day long. It's a lot.
I can only imagine, right?
They look like 36 Ds to me.
I mean, yes. When you,
we're talking more G here, so.
That's what I'm talking about. Got the toddlers on your chest. Got the kindergartners.
when you take off your bra, does it make the boing sound? Like, does it? You know how sometimes like boing.
She got a thud.
It actually would probably be more fun if it did that.
I love it. Well, hey, shout out to all our big-breasted ladies. What's up, Pauline? Hi.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. What's going on?
Nothing. We were talking about when you guys brought up that about not taking off your clothes. I swear, my daughter is 6 years old, and as soon as she walks in the door, off come the pants, off come the school shirt.
love
she
it.
wears a uniform.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ireland, you need to put clothes on. She's like, but Mom, I'm at home. Nobody's here but me and Aunt Arlene and you, and we're all girls.
That's right. Let her be happy in her body. I love that, Mom. She learned it from somebody. I bet it was her aunt.
Maybe.
I love it.
Her aunt's 60. Her aunt's 60 years old. So
good for her. I got to tell you, I do love when I was a kid. I was like that. I used to walk around, as crazy as it sounds. And you saw how I looked as a kid. I was a chubby kid. I used to walk around shirtless around the house all the time. And my mom would say, Mrs. Slozar's coming over. Put your shirt Mead, what's going on, Mead?
Hi. So I do hair for a living, and my hair does not make it through past my mudroom at my house. I will take it off in the car. I will take it off in the garage. I get hair all over my, down my shirt, in my shoes, in my eyes, wherever you think it. There's hair all over me, and my hair or my clothes just come off right away.
That's probably smart.
I can only imagine if you got it all over you. You know, I bet you your car probably, your front seat probably has other people's hair all over.
My car, yes. I'm honestly the under of where my feet are. There's just hair everywhere, always.
Yeah. Now, good for. Where do you do hair? We'll give it a little plug.
I'm in Canton, an Ashka salon.
There we go. Come over and get a little trim from Mead.
Whoa.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
What's up, Gail?
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yay! We're happy about the weather. It's going to be good today.
I'm so glad for it because I work outside for a living. I absolutely take my clothes off as soon as I walk in the door. And sometimes my boots stay outside because I service portable restrooms for a living. And sometimes I smell like a big fart.
Oh, I smell like a big fart. I mean.
Oh, no, my truck smells like a real bad fart sometimes. You have no idea.
Wow.
Probably smart.
So you work with duty all day, and you
all day, every day, 5 days a week, sometimes 6.
Oh, God bless you.
What kind of car do you drive home?
I drive a little Ford Focus.
Does that little Ford Focus smell like an inside of a porta potty from you being in there in these porta potties?
Yeah, I just had to buy new air fresheners yesterday for my car because it was smelling just a little right.
Oh, we got to get you got to get qualified for this brand new car that we're giving away this summer. The summer of cars cashing in.
I try to call for contests. I can't get into the contest, but I can always call the chat.
In just a second, we're going to get you out of the duty mobile, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. We love you, Gail.
Thank you, guys. Love you all.
Oh, my God. A buddy of mine used to, he was a plumber, but he used to work in septics. And this is no joke. I'd go to his house, and psychologically, I'd be in his house, and I was smelling.
Oh, yeah.
Like his duty. And he was a clean guy. But you feel like you're smelling it the whole time.
Handsome smells.
Duty.
Danny, even before she starts her car, she is undressing, aren't you?
I am. Good morning, my favorite radio people.
Good morning.
What's going on?
Yep. As soon as I get in my car, before I even start it, I take my bra off. Taking your bra off
I don't even know what it equals out to, how good it feels, but it's just like a decompression of the day.
It is. There's something I used to, at my fattest, I used to drive home with my pants unbuckled.
Oh, for sure.
Kind of like you were on Thanksgiving. Like I would sit there at the table and Chelsea would be like, are your pants off? And I go, no, they're unbuckled. I would unbuckle them because when I'm driving home, man, that and the seatbelt, I felt all constricted in there.
So what's closer to a woman pulling off the bra? You think that, or if you wore a tie and you got to undo the tie, but then that first button, you undo that first collar shirt button.
Do you ever wear jockey underwear? Like, you ever wear I wear like boxer briefs.
Yeah.
Do you ever wear like the underwears that look like Speedos? What are they called?
Like whitey tighties,
Tighty whities,
whatever.
Nah.
To me, when I used to have to wear those when I was playing sports or a jock strap, taking the jock strap off.
See, that's what I was saying. I don't have big boobs. We all know this. So taking off, when I say I get home and I change into sweatpants, the first thing I do is take off my thong. It's gone.
It's gone.
Lydia, when do you
is
take
very
your bra
freeing.
off?
Oh, that boy comes right off right when I walk in the door.
Okay, so you don't
And
do
I'll
it
be
in the
honest,
car.
sometimes I don't even wear one
I
to
was
work.
going to say, yeah, Lydia, sometimes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't
never seen you swing that low.
Well, that's because I'm always wearing zip-ups.
Oh.
I would say more often than not, you're not wearing a bra, right?
Oh, you know, Shannon?
Well, you tell me. No, you tell me. You never wear a bra.
Ever since I had my boob reduction.
Yeah, she does not wear a bra,
I
Todd.
don't need to wear a bra.
God, I got to
They
tell
let them
you,
sit up high.
you're making us all blush. We don't want to be blushing like this.
Sit up high.
Hold on. Jessica has something for you, Lydia, because this might happen to you. Jessica, where do you take your bra off and put it?
Right on the kitchen counter.
By the bread?
By the bread. Right when I walk in the door, that's where it is. But I was saying I didn't wear a bra for years before I had a child, and I had a child 2 years ago and kind of need a bra now.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Take it off. Let's all go braless. All right?
I often do. I teach online, so
I love
get
it.
to
Wait, give me
behind
that
the
link.
computer.
I want to see the link.
Maybe under the desk.
Thanks for the call, Jessica.
Yeah, thank you. Have
All
a good day.
right. Bye. Oh, that child. Look at that child.
Oh, I see why.
Mommy, you talking about the child was screaming food. Did you hear her? Food. Win a brand new car, a Chevy Trax. Want a brand new loaded Chevy Trax from Gordon Chevrolet? It's our summer of cars, cash, and gas. 95th caller, you're going to get yourself a $50 gas card to Kroger, courtesy of Green Flame Tequila, and qualify for a brand new car from Gordon Chevrolet. Mike Porter, everybody over at Gordon Chevrolet, congratulations. Voted for the 4th plus year, I think it's got to be 4 or maybe 5 years. Best of the Best by the Detroit Free Press is the best dealership in Detroit.
Mojo in the mornings, Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon with what's trending in the Dirty on the 30. Shannon, good morning.
Taylor, good morning. Taylor Swift was out celebrating over the weekend, celebrating the fact that she now owns all of the masters to her first 6 albums. So she was with her bestie, Selena Gomez. They were all over Manhattan on Saturday night. I saw Travis Kelce, her boyfriend, was out doing like guy stuff in Kansas City. But huge breaking dirty after the show on Friday that Taylor got all of her music back. So everything from the masters to her videos, concert movies, album art, photography, unreleased songs, along with everything else that was a part of that deal, bought it back for $350 million from Shamrock Holdings. Scooter Braun sold the catalog to Shamrock, and then Shamrock resold it back to Taylor. And so I wanted to make a note of this because I know a lot of people were going, okay, are we getting Rep TV? Are we ever giving Rep TV? She said she hasn't even recorded a quarter.
What is Rep TV?
Re-recorded.
What is that?
Reputation, Taylor's version.
Okay. So we're not going to need that anymore now, right?
I mean, technically, no. She said she's going to start releasing some songs from the vault.
The only stuff that sounded to me different was when she was performing all the early stuff that was kind of country-ish, and I would hear her singing, and she didn't sound like she was a kid or whatever, like a, you know.
Oh,
like
yeah, some of her early stuff. I mean, you can definitely tell the difference in
the
her
stuff
voice.
that she re-recorded. I'll be honest with you. I think it's funny how her fans cheer on the excitement of her just getting richer. Like, they love, people love knowing that Taylor Swift is being successful and killing it.
I don't think that Swifties are thinking about it that way. It's more like she wanted so badly to own what was rightfully hers that she put literally her life into.
Well, she put the narrative into this thing to make herself look like she was a victim of the record industry, when in reality, I think that 99.9% of artists don't own any of their stuff. And it's usually owned by somebody else. And I mean, we don't own our stuff. Like, we don't own, the radio station or the radio company owns all of our stuff here. I mean, because we work for them and they pay us a check. But
question on this part though, do you think, and Lydia, I know you big Swift out here, so maybe you have insight. When she re-released and re-recorded all of these albums, did it drive the price down?
What do you mean by the price of
if she didn't
music of her masters?
So I mean, like her whole catalog, do you think it was always worth $350 million, or
no?
At one point in time, was it worth more because she re-recorded it?
Well, I think Scooter Braun had bought it from Scott Borchetta from Big Machine label for $500 million. So I think it did decrease in value over time, and that's why it was sold.
Okay.
So did Scooter get screwed, or did he still make money on the deal?
I think he did get a little screwed when she started making Taylor's version.
It's interesting. A woman is accusing New Orleans Pelicans forward Zion Williamson of rape.
Do this. He was going to come to the Pistons. Now he's screwed.
Okay, well, do you want me to skip this story?
No,
there's actually two women.
She weak,
okay.
bro.
Why do you say that?
Listen to her story though. So she's saying rape, sexual, physical, emotional, and financial abuse during their relationship. And I think they had like a pretty 2018 to 2023 is what I'm hearing. But this woman is going by Jane Doe. She said she started dating Zion during his freshman year at Duke through 2023. The court filings, at least the ones I'm looking at, detail 2 alleged instances of rape from both in 2020. The lawsuit accuses him of also threatening to kill her and her family multiple times. So she is seeking upwards. I've heard a lot of different numbers, but $50 million for emotional distress. And then another of Zion's exes, Mariah Mills.
That's the one I'm talking about.
Is she an adult film star?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So she is toying around with the idea of filing her own lawsuit as well. They had a fling in 2023. And supposedly there were some threats to leak intimate videos of their relationship after they broke up. I think it was her threatening to release the videos, if I'm not mistaken. But here she is.
The amount of bashing, humiliation, slander, and threats that I've been receiving these last 3 years have been a lot. And it's causing me a lot of stress. I just hope we all can come to justice, and
you know who she got as her attorney though? Tony Busby.
Nobody has to deal.
You keep hearing his name because he's representing some of the Diddy accusers. He's representing Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson.
He represents Deshaun Watson or the accusers?
Accusers against Diddy. Sorry, and Deshaun Watson. Yeah.
Okay, so quick question. Does this mean the Pistons will not trade for Zion with all this bad press? Because there's been a lot of rumors that now that Joe Dumars, former Pistons great and Pistons general manager that built that 04 championship team, that he was going to trade Zion to us during the offseason, and that was going to be like the missing piece of the puzzle. Do we not touch him? That'd be interesting.
I don't think anybody from the Pistons organization has confirmed that they're looking at a potential trade for Zion. So
I'll tell you what, though, he would add to the team, wouldn't he? If we had him?
If he's healthy, yeah. He's an amazing player when he's healthy.
What about who would you rather have, him or Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant, easy.
Is Kevin Durant, though, past his prime, though? Or are we?
He's still averaging over 20 points a game. I think he's still a weapon. Any team would be lucky to add KD.
And lastly, do you guys want to feel old? Did you remember, was the first movie Meet the Parents? Meet the Fockers? What was the first movie?
Meet the Parents.
It was Meet the Parents, okay? Yeah. So Ariana Grande is supposedly going to star in Meet the Parents 4 alongside Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro. The plot of the fourth film is going to revolve around Ben Stiller's son getting engaged, and the girl he gets engaged to is like totally wrong for him, and that the fiance is going to be played by Ariana Grande. So like we're already to that point in the movies where It's their kid that's getting married now.
Oh, my God.
Do you see what I mean?
Those movies,
Yeah,
man.
Meet the Parents 4 due in theaters November of 2026. So next Thanksgiving. Hey, for all of today's dirty catch-up on anything you missed, you can listen to the podcast. Search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right, giving you a brand new car this summer. Keith from Muskegon is our latest winner.
Yeah,
Keith. What's happening, Keith?
Hey. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate it. Hey, not too much. And you know what? I got to shout this out real quick. First time, long time.
Keith, a brand new
Appreciate that.
2025 loaded Chevy Trax or $20,000 cash. What would you take?
Man, it is a tough call. I don't know. I'm leaning towards the cash, but that vehicle is really enticing. I would have to discuss this with my wife.
You know
Otherwise,
what?
I would not be a smart man.
I think that, I think the car is definitely worth more than 20 grand, but I'm telling you, the cash is a quick option. Just have Mike Porter write you a check there at Gordon Chevrolet when we do the grand finale. Hang on the phone. We're going to set you up with $50 in free gas. We will be back with more Mojo in the Morning. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just moments. Have a great day, buddy. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it very much.
Ever think of doing radio like be one of the hosts on Mojo in the Morning?
Hey, bitch, that's my job.
Mojo in the Morning has an opening, and it takes real intellect to be on this show.
If you getting flued out, and he paying for the flight, if he paying for the flight,
flued out.
What? We're talking about things that draw out the best in society.
I just wanted to say this whole topic is so disgusting to me.
You work with Mojo, Kev, Lydia, Bianca, Zach, and Sweet. Innocent Shannon.
Shannon only likes to watch basically hardcore porn and likes
No.
and likes to turn friends onto it, including me and
Did not know what
my wife.
that was the show.
Apply by going to iHeartMediaCareers.com and search Mojo. You'll be one step closer to smelling whatever comes out of Kev's body every morning.
shut up.
All right, we're going to get a look at traffic and weather right now on Channel 955.
9:44. We're already at 61 degrees, sunshine getting up into the low 80s today. Out on the streets, an accident with injuries. 10 Mile at Haggerty. That traffic signal that was knocked down still causing an issue. 8 Mile both directions at Novi Road. An accident on the left shoulder, eastbound 96 at Warren Ave and Telegraph at Carlisle over in Dearborn. We've got an accident with injuries reported there. That's your Channel 955 traffic on there in the morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by MyMichiganRoof.com.
Shaner Roofing, Michigan's roofing experts that offer transparent pricing and a lifetime transferable warranty. With a 4.9 rating on Google reviews, why choose anyone else? Visit Shaner Roofing at MyMichiganRoof.com.
I was talking about Gordon Chevrolet when we were just giving away that car, but I want to mention this. If you're thinking about buying a pre-owned vehicle, don't trust going to social media to buy it, because I've had so many people recently tell me about how they completely got catfished by a car that they were looking at online. And I've said to them, hey, Gordon Chevrolet has the biggest selection of pre-owned vehicles. And they get a great selection of them off of people coming in with lease turn-ins, but also they go out to the auction and purposely buy cars that they know are going to be great buys. And then they have their award-winning service technicians go through all those cars to make sure those cars are going to be great. Giving you an option also to be able to have a nice warranty too. GordonChevrolet.com. Check out their pre-owned vehicles. I mean, they've got cars that right now are priced under $10,000 if you're just looking for something to get you to point A to point B, but also great lease turn-ins, low mileage leases. GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
The city.
Las Vegas.
Vegas, make some noise!
The event.
Our legendary iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
Live. Welcome. One stage.
2 nights. The biggest stars in music return this September.
To make history.
The world's biggest artists are taking this stage.
Stream live only on Hulu.
Listen right here as the star-studded lineup is revealed tomorrow morning.
At 8.
This is injury attorney David Femininio. When I talk to a client, I understand how one moment has changed their life. I see how badly they need someone to listen to them. That's why we never back down. Get David, get paid isn't a slogan. It's a promise to take care of you. So if you get injured in an accident, you need to call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com.
Remember life before joint pain? At the Detroit Medical Center, we can help you get back to being you again. When caring for your knees, hips, and shoulders, our orthopedic team of surgeons, providers, and physical therapists is not only recognized for providing you with minimally invasive and advanced treatment options, but for the way we care. Let us help you imagine life without joint pain. Find a doctor at dmc.org/joint pain.
Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price, and then a few months later, it's like, surprise, your bills doubled? With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever. That's unlimited talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contracts. Plus, with Boost, you're on America's newest 5G network. Head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Summer is here, and BetMGM Casino is bringing you the hottest online casino experience. Heat things up with a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus $25 on the house using bonus code WKQIFM at sign up. Play your favorite games like blackjack and roulette with a live dealer, or check out our exclusive slots like MGM Grand Millions and the Wizard of Oz. The thrills of BetMGM Casino are always available right from the palm of your hand. Download the BetMGM Casino app today and get a piece of the action. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly and offer resources to help you make appropriate choices. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus, Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credit bonus bets, unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
Hi, I'm a chiropractor. Turn to the left. And I love the Michigan Lottery Daily 4 game because for a limited time, turn to the right. It's straight back bonus time, and I know a little something about straight backs. Just play your daily 4 number, midday or evening, and if your straight bet matches in reverse order, you'll win a $1,000 bonus. And with all that spine-tingling excitement, well, I'll be seeing you soon.
The Daily 4 Straight Back Bonus from the Michigan Lottery. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
If you want total control of your education, you've got it at WGU. You're not tied to traditional semester schedules at WGU and can even graduate ahead of schedule by proving mastery of the material you already know. This means you can finish your degree in less time and for less money. See how your knowledge can give you an edge at WGU.edu.
If you're injured in a car accident, go to getdavidgetpaid.com to get started.
More Mojo in seconds.
Who are we talking here? This is
I think it's me, and
Yeah,
I get
Shannon,
to talk about
family
family
heating.
heating. Okay, so finally we're hitting like the 80s today, which means hopefully we'll be turning on the AC and keeping it on for the entire summer. Make sure your AC unit or units, if you have more than one, are in great shape. All it takes is a quick call to Family Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. I've been a customer of theirs for years and years. They'll come out, they'll check, make sure nothing needs to be replaced. You're good to go. So super easy. Go to familyheating.com to schedule that appointment. It's familyheating.com.
This report is sponsored by Flint Bishop Airport.
Lots of sunshine and a high of 82 today. Tomorrow, more sunshine and temps in the mid to high 80s.
Spring is in the air. Why aren't you? Fly from Flint Bishop and enjoy daily nonstop service on American, United, and Allegiant, connecting you to the world. Low fares and affordable parking make FNT an amazing value. Book your next adventure at bishopairport.org.
iHeartRadio just gave driving an upgrade with presets now on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Your go-to stations, podcasts, and playlists all just a tap away on your dash. Start your engine, hit play, and drive happy. Free with iHeartRadio on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
It's time for more Mojo.
Mojo in the morning.
Mojo in the morning. SNS Kiss 955. Oh, you know what time it is. You ready? Come on. You waking up with Mojo. These other morning shows are no-go. They love us like the iHeart logo. We got 5 at 6:55 if you were looking for Modo. War the roses, catch them creeping on the low-low. Weekdays 5 to 10:30, it goes down. Hey, who you picking for the throwback throwdown? Dirty on the 30 for the news on your timeline. Only on Kiss, SNX, and 955. Let's go.
Mojo in the morning. Love that song. Good to have you guys here with us. Summer is officially here. Can't believe it's already June. Isn't that nuts? What a horrible May we had. Might have been
No, for real.
Might have been the worst weather May that I have ever seen. Which we've had bad Mays, and we've had honestly bad Junes. But I'm hoping that this pattern of heat is good. But I just feel like we don't get like a spring at all. We don't get anything like good, like 70 degrees for weeks upon weeks.
No ramp up period.
No ramp up at all. But we're going right from, the temperatures that we've had, 50 degrees, I think it was. It's like one of the days.
I wore my winter coat yesterday morning, you guys.
Oh, we were at the grad party out at a pool, and a woman was wearing a Canada Goose jacket. Is that right? One of those winter jackets.
Yeah.
At the pool, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like going, this is May. It's almost June.
Well, yesterday was June.
Yeah.
And we had a lacrosse game at 8:30 in the morning, and it was very, very cold yesterday morning. It turned to nice, but in the morning it was like 43 degrees when we were outside.
Crazy.
Is this it? Like, it's summer now.
I don't know.
No more 60s.
We do have a couple days of rain this week, but it's like 70s still.
Okay.
90 on Wednesday.
I just hope that we don't go to the other extreme and then it goes to 100 degrees or whatever the deal is, and like crazy humidity. But
turn to Arizona.
It's Mojo in the Morning Show. Why is it that people get so caught up in, so what are you doing for your birthday? So what are you doing for your birthday? My birthday is coming up, and I've had, people, and not just my wife. My wife has asked me, what do you want to do for your birthday? Honestly, I don't want to do anything for my birthday. I don't want to have any, it's not a big birthday. It's nothing big that's going on in my life right now. I don't want a big birthday party. I don't want anything like that. If I wanted it, honestly, I'd probably hint months prior to it or even a year prior, like, hey, next year's a big birthday. I want something big. I don't really want anything at all. And there are people that will say to me that they'll say, are you throwing a party for your birthday, or what are you doing for your birthday? Like, I'm a kid, and my parents are renting out the back room at Chuck E. Cheese, and we're getting together. But people like, aren't you, at some point in your life, aren't you too old for a birthday or a birthday party?
I believe in celebrating birthdays big.
Really?
And I don't mean like the people that have birthday months. That's a lot. That's too much. But I think you should celebrate your birthday. You got another year of living. I just think it's a big thing to celebrate. It's a happy thing to celebrate.
Grateful that I am alive and that I am breathing. I used to always be that one person that lived life to the point where I'm like, if I died right now, I'd be okay because I'm having a good life. Not me. I don't want to die. I do not want to die. I want to live.
But that's why your birthday, I think, should be celebrated.
But honestly, I feel like it's obnoxious when people will just have let's all get together and let's, go out for your birthday. I'm like, you know what? I would rather, this is my idea of a birthday. My idea of a birthday is Chelsea and I going out having dinner together.
See, that's okay to me. At least you're celebrating.
For it.
But at least you're doing something.
You're screwed at that point.
Right? Like Wes doesn't love celebrating his birthday. He cares about Father's Day. That's the day that he, you got to double down for him.
Yeah.
My dad turned 70 yesterday, and he was just happy hanging out at home. Obviously, I didn't get to see him because it was my stepson's graduation, but we'll celebrate with him. But he doesn't want to do anything. He does not want to celebrate. He is not into that. And there are just people that don't like celebrating their birthdays, and others that it's a huge thing.
I don't like the idea that if I have a birthday and I say, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go and we're going to have a birthday where I'm going to invite 15 to 20 people. And guess what? I'm paying for 15 to 20 people to come eat and drink for free.
I don't think that's cool.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, no,
but I also don't want to charge a cover charge at the door,
Yeah, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. I used to be one of those people that never wanted to do anything for their birthday. It was kind of like just tell me happy birthday. We don't got to go anywhere. And I'm definitely not going to say, hey, everyone, let's do this. Never that self type of planner. Now I'm at a point in my life, I want all the thrills, bro. I want everything, bro.
Absolutely, you should.
I want all the fun, all the thrills, all the drinks. I need it all.
Are you okay with that and paying for it?
Well, I don't know what we're gonna do next year, but this year everybody paid their own way. We went to Denver and had a good time.
That was for your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I didn't realize that was a birthday trip for you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, then why don't we do this? Why don't, for my birthday, we all go to Vegas
Bet.
and you pay for yourself?
Bet.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, then
I'm
if
not
that's the
gonna
case.
expect you to pay for me to go to Vegas. No.
Do you know how many times though people will go, let's go do something for your birthday. Let's go do something crazy, and I'll be like, what do you want to do for? Let's all go to Chicago. And I'm like, great, let's go to Chicago. And they're like, can you book hotels? I'm like, what are they expecting me to pay for it all?
If you want to go to Vegas for your birthday, I'll go.
All right, I would do Vegas for my birthday.
Let's do it.
All right. Chelsea, we're going to Vegas.
Let's do it.
Shannon, you want to go to Vegas with us for our birthday?
Absolutely.
Let's go.
I am down.
We're going to
Anytime
Vegas.
anyone's going to Vegas.
We're going to Vegas.
We gotta fly Spirit though.
No.
I won't be going.
No, I know. I'm with Lydia and Shannon on Delta.
Hey.
You and Bianca can be on
Have fun
Spirit.
on Spirit. We'll see if you get there.
I'll meet y'all there.
What's up, Amanda? Hi.
Hi, Mojo. Good morning. I don't buy that you don't want to celebrate your birthday. Someone talking about how they want the world to stop when they die. And the year that they rent out that bar.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
True.
He wants
That
the
is-
radio to pause.
I do want to have if I die, I want it to be like the Pope. When the Pope died, like I want it to be like a situation where for weeks upon weeks, and then everybody goes into an area when they decide they're going to do something new with the show, and they light a fire with the
And everybody's
smoke.
flags have to be at half
Exactly.
staff or mast, whatever it is.
You listen too closely, Amanda.
It's so good.
I think this should be the year that they rent that bar out for you. Invite all your friends.
That's it.
What is that bar
that's
you
right.
want to do?
It's
Irish Tavern
What's it
in
called?
Waterford.
You remember this?
Did you write it down?
I'm locked in. Bro.
IT.
How do you remember that?
Because I remember important things.
The
Oh my
IT,
God.
the Irish Tavern. It's like an old little, kind of from the outside bar, but you go on the inside. It's got a little bit of a, you probably could fit 100 people in the place, and then you'll all be smelling each other. But my idea was to have like a Cheers where everybody is in there, and I walk in, and they all go, Norm, Mojo,
Yeah.
what's up, Carly? Hi, Carly.
Good morning. How are we doing this morning?
We're doing
Morning.
great. What's happening?
So my birthday always falls like either on Mother's Day or the day before or a couple days before. So this year my birthday was on the Friday, and then Mother's Day was the Sunday. And my husband, not that he doesn't want me to celebrate, but it's funny because he's always like, oh my God, your birthday lasts like literally a year. Like it's always, there's so much going on. I'm like, number one, like not my problem. Can't help that's what happened for me to be born. And also, like, I deserve these celebrations. I pumped out 2 kids. They're great. But he always gets, so, like, this year I had, like, a girls' night because we did, like, a fun little night in. And then he took me out, and then we did stuff for Mother's Day. And I'm like, if you're planning things for me, you're part of the problem. So you can't complain about it.
Here's the thing. You deserve to have a birthday, but you don't deserve to have, like, a birthday the royal family would have. You know what I mean? Or a birthday the Kardashians would have.
I don't need that. Good glass of wine and good friends is all I need.
Okay. But I also feel like, honestly, whenever I have a birthday and it comes to that, I'm the one that's having to fork the bill for the whole thing. I don't want to do it. No offense. I like my friends, but I'm like, you know what? All that is another day. I don't know. Do you ever feel that way sometimes?
With a lot of people.
Like you go
Another
out-
day with a lot of people.
Have
That is what's hard about organizing something like that is you then feel obligated to pay because you're the one that is, creating the party.
I come from a different generation than like Lydia and Bianca and those guys. Lydia, Bianca, when they go out, everybody's like, okay, everybody Venmo me, the money for this. I can't ask my friends to Venmo me money.
Why not?
Because
your friends should say, hey, what was the bill? We're going to Venmo you.
Especially for your birthday.
I just don't think I don't think that there are people that are friends of mine that are going to be like, if I said to them, okay, guys, we're all going out for my birthday. Here, everybody Venmo me $100. they would all look at me like, "What happened to you?"
But that's also that's on your friends, and you have crappy friends if they don't pay.
They'd be like, "Ugh,
yeah,
is
That
everything
is actually
okay?"
so trash that no one would pick up the tab, Mojo.
Huh?
You need better friends. That's trash
No.
that they won't pick up the tab.
Like if we go out for a girlfriend's birthday, we all, somebody, just to make it easy, pays. We all Venmo that person. We all split the cost, or one person just takes the birthday girl.
But Lydia,
drinks.
my friends would pay, but I won't let them pay because I just don't want to invite them on my birthday's on a Tuesday, I think, this week, or Wednesday. No.
Because I know damn well when it's their birthday, you probably pick up the tab.
Well, listen, I don't think I always do it. No, I think their wives usually do. Like their spouses do. And that's the thing with Chelsea. Chelsea has no problem. She'll pick up the tab, but that's basically us picking up the tab.
Look, all y'all came to my birthday dinner last year.
Yeah.
Who y'all think paid for it?
I think Sherelle paid for it.
No, I did.
You did?
Yeah,
I remember.
You paid for the whole thing
Yeah, I
yourself?
did.
But
sucker.
At the end of the night.
And
I'm
it was
like,
a surprise. It was a surprise.
You
right?
had to pay for your own birthday. Then why don't you take that same thing that you just did and throw me a birthday party?
We going to Vegas.
All right.
We gonna do
you
it
guys
at
are gonna go without me.
We gonna do it at
if I fly Spirit, do I get to fly in the big red seat or whatever it is?
And you gonna sleep at Sean Stripe's house?
I will never go to Vegas and stay at a person's house. If I'm in Vegas, I'd stay in the sleazy prostitute motel before I would stay at
El
somebody that lived in.
Cortez.
Yes. What's going
on? Cortez.
Paris, are you there, Paris?
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing, Mojo?
What's happening?
Not much. Well, my birthday is just like yours, but mine's on the 1st of the month.
Okay.
So really, I can't plan a birthday because everything is due. So since I was a kid, all I got was a cake and underwear or socks and a cake. So I just go get myself a tattoo and call it a day,
Oh, I like that.
I go to Wonderland Tattoo, and I've been doing that for like last 30 years. So
What are we going to get for a tattoo this year? What's your tattoo going to be?
I got it yesterday. I got some tribal on my shoulder and my chest.
Nice.
More tribal.
Some tribal.
Tribal. I would not be a tattoo. Like, could you imagine me?
I cannot imagine you getting a tattoo.
You don't
at
have
all.
any tattoos?
None.
You got to get a tattoo.
No,
bro.
he's not a tattoo. There's some people you just look at and you're like, you're not a tattoo.
I can see it though.
You're
You
not
need
a
the
tattoo
tattoo
person.
where it's like your whole chest.
I can't.
Are you kidding me?
I think
no.
you should just go rogue, bro.
You are
Just turn up and go.
It'll be covered by a lot of hair.
Do you have tattoos?
Nah.
See, that surprises me.
I got tattoo dreams. Like if I did do a tattoo, I know exactly what I would get. I would get angel wings.
Yeah.
But they would be in the shape of the Red Wings logo.
Oh.
And they would go like all over my back, on the back of my arms, all the way up until like my wrist. So like when I flap my wings, it would be like Red Wing angels. I've thought of that since I was like 12.
Okay, but don't do that.
But that's a little, I'm good.
Marino, what's up?
Hey, Mojo. I'm opening the store right now, as us Chaldeans do, right?
Yes.
What I was going to tell you is you were talking about staying people paying. Actually, when I was Chaldeans, we will fight you to pay the bill.
You guys are great.
Pay the bill, we'll still fight you back and send it back to you.
My Chaldean friends are the greatest. When I go out with Martin or Mike or any of the guys that they will never let you pay a bill. Get.
I swear to God, me and my cousin argued for like 5 minutes in line one time. Everybody was trying to say, "No, take my 20, take my 20, take my 20," and it's like, damn, and the person's looking at us like we're crazy.
Lydia's like that too. It bothers me because I make more money than Lydia. I don't want her paying for my stuff, but Lydia will always make sure that she does that, and it pisses me off. But I think it's a Chaldean thing, You guys are very generous
I
people.
see a lot of Albanians do it too, but we try.
Thank you for the call, buddy. I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Rambo is on with us. What's up, Rambo?
Hi, Rambo.
Hey, what up, though? 20th time, long time, man.
What's going on? Where have you been?
In Michigan.
I know, but we haven't talked to you in forever. You've been just kind of.
I know, man. Just the working, man. You know how it be, man. My birthday tomorrow too, man.
Happy birthday, Rambo. What are you doing?
Paying bills and barbecuing and, the usual.
Okay. Are we going to throw a party for you, Rambo? You want to go to Vegas with all of us?
That'd be sweet.
Rambo in Vegas would be dangerous.
You think so?
Oh, my God. First off, First off, I spent time at our rooftop party with you, and I still smell like I'm Rambo right now with all the weed smell.
That's a good compliment.
Have you ever been on an airplane and you smelled so much like weed that the people next to you requested to move?
I've never been on a plane.
You've never been on an airplane ever? Oh my God.
Nope.
That would be what was the movie? Was it something plane, whatever the heck it was?
Small Soul Plane?
Soul Plane? No. What was the wasn't it? There's a movie where they all smoked weed on the plane. Wasn't
Probably
there?
Soul Plane.
Was it
Snoop
Soul
Dogg was
Plane?
flying.
Oh my God. That would be crazy.
We got to go to Vegas, Rambo.
Come on to Vegas.
What's up? I call in and whatever y'all gonna pay, just pay it.
Let's see that. Exactly. All right. Well, happy birthday. We got to talk to you tomorrow. Okay. We got to make sure we call Rambo to wish him a happy birthday tomorrow.
That's awesome. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Talk to you, buddy.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live.
Mojo in the Morning. So I saw this viral video that went around over the weekend. I want to know if anybody knows more details on it. Did you see the Birmingham Fair viral video?
Oh my gosh, so many people have sent this to me.
So they had this pop-up fair that they always do, and then on I think it was Saturday or Sunday, maybe it was Saturday, I saw this video that was going around, and the video was that of what looked like a bunch of like girls fighting with each other. And they were fighting out in front of the salon I go get my hair cut at, the Six Salon. And there's like girls just beating each other up out in front of this place. And I'm watching this video, and the guys are just cheering it on. Like they're all going crazy, cheering on the listen to this.
I think one girl was missing her shoe from what I
think she was too. But it was crazy though, because if you see a bunch of girls beating each other up, as a guy, I feel like you got to step in and say, no. You guys shouldn't be doing this to each other.
I wonder if we can get more info into what happened.
They were beating each other.
They're grabbing each other's hair.
Up against a car.
Look at these.
I think you got to be careful.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep it really low. It took a bit for the cops to come, too. Oh, my God. Wouldn't you know, in Birmingham, there's one of those Tesla... what the hell is that big truck called? The Tesla
Cybertruck?
Cybertrucks. They're beating up the girl on the side of the Cybertruck.
I wonder what happened.
I don't know.
Parlay ain't hit.
Why are the guys cheering it on, though?
Can I tell you something? Every fair, Berkeley canceled their fair altogether because of this. There was another city, too, that did the same. Orchard Lake St. Mary's.
Yeah, they don't have it anymore.
They don't have it anymore. And this, it's become such an issue with all the fairs that there's always fights. It stinks.
What do you guess? How old are these guys? Are these like
high school?
18?
High school senior, maybe.
Are they?
High school, like college freshmen.
They should take the video of this, and the people that are cheering them on should end up getting themselves into trouble just as much as the people that are, pounding on each other's head. That one girl, how is she not hurt?
I know. Well, maybe she was.
Yeah, that adrenaline to keep you going.
Have you ever been in the middle of this thing? Because if something like this happened, I wouldn't pull my phone out and video. I'd be afraid the guns were coming out next. Wouldn't you be afraid of something like that? I'd be running.
I feel like when I was younger, it used to be like stuff would happen like that. I don't really think it was a thing to pull out your cell phone. Like that's around the time World Star just start coming out.
Yeah.
So I used to hear like World Star, you know what I mean? You used to hear that a lot. People used to have their phones on, but
wouldn't you love to know if the fight was over something stupid, like somebody took like the last elephant ear?
I always think it's relationship
Me
drama.
too.
When it gets to girls fighting, it's got to be over a dude.
They're fighting over a guy.
I mean,
that's always my assumption.
I hate that that's where my mind goes, but it
yeah,
just feels like the low hanging fruit.
Would you want to be that guy? Like, would that make you feel good if you were that guy? That the girls
both of them will look weak to me. Like, why are y'all fighting?
I got to know what this fight was about, though. You think anybody will call us up and tell us?
We'll voice disguise you.
Yeah, 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548.
That video got shared everywhere. It was everywhere.
I agree with what Shannon said, though. all these fairs, these towns are going to do away with all these fairs, or they're only going to be during the day, and at night they're not going to be there. But nighttime's the best time to have these things.
Yeah, it is there's such good memories. Like, I loved going, to like the Cabrini fair.
But where's the police
Dad and my
presence,
grandma.
Well, the cops look like they ran afterward. The cops are probably walking the streets. They just aren't right there in front of the thing they look like they came, but I don't know when that.
Yeah,
I don't know when the video started, but it looked like they got there at a certain point. Then the problem, though, is these cops jump into it, and then the cops are being told that they're too rough on these people.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, the police presence is supposed to be a deterrent. Like, if you see police there, I mean, the natural reaction is, okay, maybe I shouldn't do something because then I'm going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But if you don't see police officers, then you think you good.
They can just go and do it. Knowing that community and how many cops that there are in that, listen, I can't even go in that community without getting a parking ticket for being,
But that
being
video
there
went
too
on
long.
for a really long time before anybody came over.
I guess it was. Hold on. Yeah. All right, let's see. It started. Oh my God, look at this.
How many
Look at
times
that
have you
girl.
watched it?
I watched it so many times. I want to know who the girl is in the
Trying
red
to
pants.
identify.
The girl in the red pants, the red like sweatpants. She like looked like she was humping the girl for a second. Look at her.
Is she throwing hands?
Look at her.
I think that's what she was doing, was humping her head.
Was she humping her
I think
head?
she was trying to hump her head.
Was she humping her head, or was she keeping her down on the ground just to keep her from protect?
I mean, that her action makes it look like she's humping her head.
I don't like watching fight videos no more. I'll be turning that stuff.
You don't like it?
I used to watch fight videos a lot when I was younger. Like bumfights.com. They used to have me in a chokehold.
The girls are unbelievable. Look at this girl. Look at this girl. Seriously.
Wait,
No,
I know,
look.
I know.
No. Look at her pulling the hair. And that one girl's mouth is open. It's like, oh! Like she's got, oh! And then she's swinging.
Like.
And this girl's keeping her pants on. How is her pants? Look at that. She's like, thank God her pants didn't get taken off. Holy crap.
She's watching it in slow motion,
And
by
there's
the way.
one kid.
In here.
There's one kid, and I don't know if this kid right in the beginning. This kid in the beginning looks like he's I don't know, he's got one of those, what do they call that haircut that all these high school kids have?
Broccoli. Or
He's got like this horrible broccoli haircut.
ice cream scoop. It looks like it's just
it
looks like just an ice cream scoop with like lots of fringe right here. It's
God.
terrible.
Listen, if my buddies all have the same haircut as me, I'm going to get a haircut. Like, I am going to get a different haircut. Why do these high school kids all have the same haircut?
And they're all ugly.
And this one kid, just if that was my son and I saw him egging two girls to beat the crap out of each other, I'd beat his ass. Oh, my God.
It's the world we live in, bro.
This is craziness.
Okay, stop watching it.
That's where I park my car, too, when I go to Katrina for a haircut.
Might be blood in your
like right in that spot. Hold on. Misfit Victor may know who these people are. Victor, is that right?
No, I don't know who these people are, but I was going to. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My kids were at the state fair last year when people started shooting at each other.
Jeez.
I remember that. We
was
talked
fun.
to you about that.
Yeah, that was fun when I had no idea what was going on. And yeah, I remember looking at my son's location and he was like a mile away from the state fair. I'm like, where the hell is he going? And then he came home and he told me that, like they just booked it and ran like.
Will you let your kids go to any of these fairs at all anymore?
Like, yeah, leave at 4. Like go at 10 in the morning and leave at 4. But nothing good happens at any of these get-togethers when you got people like staying late.
They
And
used to have
nothing
mega
has ever-
80s at the St. Mary's Fair at night. That was always the best time of the fair.
You know, you miss the casino tents and all that stuff, but nothing's going to change until, like, if they arrest these people and throw them in jail, I don't care who they are. If you throw them in jail for 2 years or a year, this stuff's going to stop.
Yeah.
But when they just get a slap on a wrist and that's it, it's going to keep going on. But you throw them in jail for a couple years, nonsense is going to stop, and that's what they need to start doing is stricter penalties and tougher punishments.
Ronnie,
Vote for me.
Ronnie, what did you want to say, Ronnie?
Hey guys, what's going on? I agree. I don't remember who said it, but I think that all the people that you can see filming or standing around cheering, laughing, I think that they should get, legal action against them too. My parents actually lived just several streets from there, so I was seeing it. I was like, oh wow, okay, this is getting rough.
Wow, that's crazy. Your parents?
Yeah, I mean,
Your poor parents could be out walking around. They don't go out at night, though, do they, like that, or no?
No, they actually do all the time. Yeah, that's why they like living down there, because they can just, tool around all over, get something to eat.
Hold on a
around.
second. Ronnie, what did your dad look like? I see this older guy kind of standing.
Do you recognize this man?
What would you do? What would you do, Ronnie, if you watched the video and you're going, "That's my dad"?
I will not be calling on the radio.
What was that, Victor?
Mojo.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you're watching women fight and you try to break in or step in and break them up, you run the risk of one of their boyfriends or husbands or friends popping you in the back of the head.
It's not a good situation.
Yeah. So it's what you do is like when I see women fighting like on these videos in Walmart and stuff like that. That's when you run to the like cooking oil aisle or something like that and just pour it over the top of them.
Oh my!
You know what?
Yeah.
Different kind of
Could you imagine it?
No, because they can't get a grip of each other, just anything. But people don't want to get involved because you don't know who's standing there.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm telling you. If I was there, if I was Ronnie's dad, I'd be running out of there. I'd be getting the hell out.
If you're the police and you get a phone call that there's women fighting, you know what? I'm going to walk over there. I'm going to walk like a stroke victim. I'm not running over there. I'm going to let them tire it out first.
No, you don't.
What did you just say?
No, you don't want to do that. Somebody hurts themselves. That's crazy.
You going to walk like what?
I don't even want to repeat it. Hold on a second here. What's up?
Victor is a different kind of guy.
Jessica, what's going on, Jessica? Hi.
Hi. My son, I actually received a ticket because he was a minor, and I got a ticket for him filming a fight.
Oh,
No
really?
way.
At like something
Yes.
like this, like an event like this?
Yeah, well, it was at school, but they were fighting, and the school cops, and I got a ticket, and I'm like, I taught my son better than this, so I made him go to the court, and he had to. Luckily, the cop didn't show up, so the ticket got thrown out.
How much
But,
would it have been for?
It was for it had to do with the whole fighting and situation, and I'm not sure how much the ticket was for, but I know I taught my kid better than that, and I wasn't going to be responsible for him doing something stupid. But you can get in trouble for just filming a fight.
What's the charge? Like, what do they label it as?
Disorderly conduct, maybe?
Yeah, it was something similar to that, like disorderly conduct.
Wow. You know what? That's good, though. If you're not doing anything if you're one of the reasons why they're doing it, because they get up on social media.
Well, if that's the case, everybody that slows down and looks at accidents, the gawkers, they should get ticketed too.
Agree. Let's vote on that in our next election.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Those people are the ones
Prop
slowing us
two.
down.
I'm on it.
What did he say? Like a